Oh.
We just wanted to say hello twice.
Hi, everybody. How goes it?
I'm going to have to hope that
Whoa.
works and that people can hear us and that it doesn't sound like ass.
That sounds like an old, like...
No weird
Yay,
buzzing. All right.
five.
Sounds like an old
I
proverb
think
or something.
we had a power outage earlier, and I'm wondering whether the Apollo twin never restarted correctly.
Could be.
No ass heard here.
I was going to say,
Yes.
like... You know, what is the sound of one ass?
The sound of one ass clapping?
Oh, God, it's so gross. Cheeks, we're not going to blame you, but I do have my eye on you.
Aragorn, we are so glad
Oh.
you noticed.
Yes. What an interesting thing for you to notice.
We
On a
are
scale of 1 to 10, how good do we look right now?
Pook, no.
Twerking.
Torkel.
That one.
Yeah. Yes. Tell us, Aragwen. We will allow you a scale of 1 to 10. It's a sliding scale. You can go up to... It's logarithmic, though, so be careful. All right, I'm done. I'm sorry.
The cell phone.
Yes, I've heard of these.
I've heard of these cellular telephones.
What? You all look...
Oh.
How focused?
It's going to be one of
we look?
those days, ain't it?
Cheeks? 1 out of 10?
Oh,
No
crosshairs, so
branding.
sometimes
Like
great
#1.
and sometimes still at least 10,000. Excellent.
So,
We're making a lot of gold.
Sweet.
We're filling
Only
our
way to do it.
children's rooms with kegs and making
Amazing.
more wine.
But that's where your children live.
Well, they just need a bed, so you can just like make a little path so they can get there still, but fill the room with
Hey!
Welcome, Eleanor.
Thank you.
We don't edit out technical difficulties. This is
No.
not the norm.
We
Oh,
want this to
speaking
be
of,
real.
don't forget to press record, Mr.
It's
John.
auto now.
no, it's automatic.
Auto
the
follow.
button presses.
Now just records all the time.
10 on
So,
10.
Yeah,
folks, we just happened to have a whole bunch of technical difficulties on the day that we didn't want to, but that's what happened.
Stream Deck.
It's only automatic if you have Stream Deck. Count down.
It's a device. Costs some dollars.
Yeah.
just a few.
1 year ago to date, we said goodbye to Ray Valenjoric. It's the 1 year anniversary of the Exalt Witch end session.
Shit, already? Can we pour some out for our homies?
Except, is
Not
it?
quite.
Right
Into our
on to
mouths.
the Changeling arc.
Oh!
Anyway.
Interesting question, John.
Thank you, Rocky.
Oh, shit.
I watched Mother last night.
Oh,
Also-
my.
Good face,
Oh
good
my
face,
God.
great face.
So there's two people on the screen right now that you can see who are also did watch, or were in Mother.
Yes,
I've
watched
watched
Mother.
it.
watched it as well, yeah.
I watched
Yeah.
it and was in it.
I would say featured, even. I would say we were even featured heavily. Star billing, really.
Definitely.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I mean, but JT had the best moment of
Of
the movie.
course.
It's true.
Did you catch JT, Rocky? We must know. Needs must know. Also, hi.
Kung Fu Fenders, we did not want to have technical issues, but they wanted us. And so who were we to turn them away?
So
Yeah.
the thing that we have going on here is that you might notice that there's a meter at the bottom right of your screen. And you may also notice that there's an image in the panels below here. And part of the reason why everybody looks in focus today, or at least the players do, I still suffer. But the reason why the players look in focus today is because they're in fact being shot by an actual camera. And this actual camera is something that I've personally been waiting for way too long. And the reason why I've been waiting for it for too long is because...
What the shit?
Well, okay, so we just...
Blew through two tears.
We just blew through 2 tears. So I guess I'm going to have to update this right now.
Unlock. That's how Eric went. Do.
So I'll unlock it in a second. But what we have here is we are doing a drive so that we can actually... your donations has allowed us to be able to afford one of these cameras. We're now looking to make sure that we've got 2. Once we've got 2, everybody's going to look good. We're actually going to be able to position the stream. We're going to light it properly the way that we want to. We're moving forward on our next step. This is an example because this is actually a borrowed camera. Special thanks to
The Coolian.
Thank you, the Coolian. Quick, turn the camera around. Show the camera.
Oh,
my
dear
God.
God, he's here.
That was fast.
Sweet Jesus.
Apparently, he was recently in this apartment.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't exist in the same place though.
It's true. I've never seen Kate and Julian in the same place at the same
Yeah, definitely not. There isn't like a whole web
There's no
series
video
to prove
proof
it.
of this at all. Nice.
so
Oh,
Thanks, Cheeks.
Oh yes, I'll turn on the drink counter. Sorry. When we lose everything, the counter stops.
With this camera, you look like 720 and 480, so.
wow.
Well done.
Wow.
Sounds good.
The like 480 pixels rearrange themselves just to be better.
Damn it, Aragwen. Yay!
Thank you.
Yay!
Now, here's the
Three
thing.
tiers.
We actually
No?
kicked this off with Grubermensch's $100 donation last session, which was very appreciated. It looks like Aragorn's decided to rocket us forward even further.
Yep.
There's the Coolian.
Hey, bye.
Bye.
Thank you, bye,
please.
Coolian. Thanks again, bye.
So what we're actually doing here is, if we manage to drive up to our highest level, we have a lot of special things that we have in store for you. But one thing that we can say is that this is all the donations that we get, all the subscriptions that come in, we just pour right back into this because we're insane.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's part of what we're trying to do here. But it looks like we've unlocked some stuff, so I guess I'm going to have to update our tracker now.
Woo!
Because we're now at 244.86.
Thanks, Captain, for doing the math.
Mm-hmm. They did the math. This is so very exciting, guys. As
Oh my God.
264.86. And then
Quick
All
maths
right.
with Cap Daffs.
as thank you very much, Aragwen, she who knows 10,000 things, the boss mod, the voice of so many wonderful NPCs.
which means that we're now up to
I need the question mark
yeah.
on the...
so, and then we need an end date for this.
I
so
can't
we're just
handle
gonna
not
put
knowing
this-
something. You and me both, Eric.
You're going to be real mad then, I think. As John's updating this, I just want to mention, I can't see the tiers myself, but as you can see from the screen, we are on the road to another marathon stream, guys.
We called the first one March to Marathon. This is
Right.
the Marathon Sprint.
That's the ticket. Because
I mean,
we're
at this
going fast,
pace,
right?
yeah.
We are sprinting an entire marathon. We will
Jesus.
not stop, not even for water or pee.
That's a lot of kilometers, man. Miles, some of you may call them.
Yes.
The thing is, here's the thing. Look, here's the thing, okay? She donates 10,000 things. That's so sweet. Yes, our marathon sprint, of course, as John has mentioned, what the goal is already. To get 2 of these beauties that you can't see, but you can see what it's doing to us. And, if I look good, there's something magical happening over there. Is to get a second one also for this guy.
So we look similar instead
we
of
look
wildly
similar,
different.
and
Yeah, so that we
Right.
don't have that weird ass
There's a restaurant, a local restaurant called Marathon that's delicious.
Is it?
Sorry, kept off.
Greek?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good
Greek food? Yeah. What we are giving for your donations will be listed below. But
I'm actually
Oh,
going
yeah.
to slap it right up on
You're doing it?
screen.
Thank
He's going
you.
for it, guys. You do it. I was just vamping. I still need
So
this.
it's right up there right now. What we have unlocked at this point is you've successfully managed to unlock a 5-hour session.
All right.
In that session, I have agreed to drop at least one bombshell that will change the game as we know it.
Oh, Jesus, John.
We're actually going to have that bombshell. It's going to have a little timer on it, so that, you'll be able to see when it's going to drop, and it'll happen right then. I'll just smack whoever's talking and interrupt them and be like, "No, guess what? Gravity's upside down."
Oh,
And then-
shit.
And then we all float up to the... Yeah. Judy, what the shit is
Oh,
going
man. We really are sprinting along here.
And a sub. Oh my god!
Oh my
It's out of
Guys.
control.
Oh my god, guys.
Guys, this
like,
is-
thank you so much.
My
crap.
cup and heart overflow.
Everything.
Holy crap.
And I do.
Oh my god.
That's the
it's
the
just,
stuff-
I'm
fuck.
just like getting some whiplash.
Guys, no game today.
Yes.
We're just going to be dealing with all of this, I think.
So we're now up to 400 mark. All right, so I will replace that now.
Good
Okay.
thing we've definitely listed all of the tiers before tonight's stream. That's for sure happened.
I
Don't worry
mean,
about that.
up to a certain limit.
We have up to a certain.
And I am live editing the website here, folks. I'm not ignoring you.
So here's what's happened. We've unlocked a bombshell. We've unlocked a 5-hour session. We've unlocked another episode of the Repository of Secrets. If you guys don't know, that's an opportunity for you guys to have direct conversations with NPCs, and it can be at any time to talk to them. So you can talk to an NPC before a certain event or after an event, or even the only thing you can't do is talk to an NPC when they're dead.
Right, but you could
then
go back in time before
you
they
guys
died.
will have the opportunity, and the top donors will get to pick which characters you get to interview. Everyone can suggest it, and everyone can suggest times and characters, but the top 5 donors will get to pick which 5 of those characters they'll be. After that, we have just unlocked another bonus hour. So now we're at 6 hours on the session. We've also unlocked now...
We're doing a donation drive.
We've unlocked a second bombshell, and then stretching up onwards to 500. If we get to 500, you'll get, for the first time, the Repository of Secrets with the player characters.
And it does not have to be just Changeling.
It can be Exaltwitch characters.
It can be Exaltwitch characters.
Can we do like a Two-Face thing with, you know what?
This is in US dollars, Omnic. Believe it or not, our donations come in USD because that's the account it's attached to. But, you know, we can take any kind we'll take drachmas, we'll take rupees.
Yeah, thankfully,
rupees.
it will
It'll
translate
automatically
it for us.
convert
Kaiser,
it.
go smash some pots and get us some
Oh,
rupees. Okay,
jeez.
thanks.
Oh, no. Here we go.
Oh no!
Yes.
Hashtag Team Tide, it's starting! I'm a big fan.
Hashtag Team Tide. So there's even
God, you
more
guys.
to unlock, and there's a very special thing that unlocks at the very top of that. This sprint will be going on for a bit because this marathon will be taking place in the fall. Partially because otherwise this room will get so hot
Yeah.
that we'll die.
Yeah, actually.
Hey,
And then
John,
that's
was
a whole
that a
other thing.
hint?
Yes.
That we're gonna die?
Wait,
No.
what?
Level
What?
7 is TPK. No, that's not
oh
you.
my
Don't
God.
unlock a TPK.
Wait!
You
I
unlocked
didn't agree to this.
one player death.
John, on the currently displayed image, is the $600 in question marks?
Yes.
Okay.
Crew revenge.
I mean, like, look, we're at the very least, you guys can see
guys.
that the donations that we get put into the stream itself. That's what we're going for. We're not going anywhere. We're going to keep playing. Even when this game ends, another game is going to start because we can't stop, won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop.
I can't send you my billions of dollars. They're in your Conan book, and it's in Zimbabwean dollars.
Dang.
So here's the thing: there was when I was going to CJEP, somebody had a radio show pitch that was who wants to be a Zimbabwean millionaire, and it was like literally $11. So that if you answered all the questions, you'd get $11 because that was $1 million in Zimbabwe at the time. But anyway.
And the universe is getting a lot of...
Okay, the
lot of
crossed
questions right
out quantities are not crossed out because that's unfortunately unnecessarily complicated to do, but the website is updated
Especially for
with
mobile.
slightly more complex details. Yeah, I don't have a keyboard, otherwise it'd be easy enough.
And I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
We're not gonna do total live updates at all times because I mean it's.
But we're
It's not
still
the
in
easiest
pre-show,
thing.
so...
But yeah, we're still in pre-show and it's almost 7 o'clock because
Danny, as
we're bad.
Kate mentions, though, guys, that does mean that there is a page on the website where you can also access this information.
If you click on the bar down below,
Realized I didn't let you
it's
know.
there. I don't think it's in the drop-down menu. I will look into that afterwards now that we've gone live with it. But yeah, if you click on the bar down below that has the meter, it'll bring you to the page. It's a long URL.
So that's the
Kung Fu, I
marathon.
hope
Oh, and I have to
you
redo
enjoyed-
the marathon sprint.
I hope
Here we go.
you enjoyed your
And-
pork buns. They looked really good.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yes.
god, those
They
look
look
so
really
good.
Thank you for the recipes also.
Thank
We were
you.
starting at
I need to
416,
make
I
some.
think.
Jesus, H, guys.
Something
That's a
close
lot of
to
money.
that.
We love you too.
At 150 to whatever we had before.
We love you too, guys. Damn.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Oh boy. All right. Well, here I can actually figure it exactly because it'll just tell me.
Oh my god. Woo!
You're just trying to make math hard, aren't you?
Matt doesn't need your help.
Marathon sprint. The very special guys. Look, I have to tell you, the very special tier. I didn't want to drop it right away, but it's literally a marathon sprint featuring the four of us. We have to
We're
run
at
42
roughly
kilometers
445.
at our top speed.
Well, we've
Maybe
now.
450.
We die.
Yeah, the rest of the payments I think have yet to come in. But,
Crosshair, I'll send you some Montreal menus. Also, just message me. Come on, you know the deal. We love you. We love you
Let's,
all. I'm so full of love tonight, guys.
Can we feel the love tonight?
Can you feel?
There are unresolved problems. What are these
Oh.
unresolved problems?
Oh,
Do you have to like type in the date and put slashes between the month, day, month, year, or something? I don't know.
Oh, well, thank you everybody
Yes,
who
so
has
much.
subscribed and
Many a
donated
thanks.
so far. Holy
Thank you
ass.
guys. Thank you so much.
there will be a game tonight.
Yes.
The game will be called Math. I'm kidding.
Okay, now things are starting to make a bit more sense. Changing the streaming unresolved problems. It's more that PayPal I think is trying to figure out whether or not this is legit because we're starting to get a bunch of money coming in.
It's like,
For services rendered, Changeling. You're like, okay, all right, I know what that means.
So let's. We also have to add
Watching
that
me
your
pour my drink down my
subscriptions
face?
that
high
I have jack of all trades.
You mean this isn't the game? This is it. It's just 3 hours of this, Cheeks. Hope you're excited.
I mean this isn't the game.
Oh my god. Books! Noble sorting hat!
I have to also add up everybody's
subs, and there's
Subs and
42
guys.
bits.
Subs and bits.
42 bits.
Yeah.
The subs are only worth half
Yeah.
Sure, but like,
because that's
Yeah,
we
that's
get
what we
half
get.
the
That's
sub
the Twitch
money.
rules.
But we
unless
are.
we heist the Twitch headquarters.
I mean,
So,
or if we.
this-
Why would you
eventually
say
make
that
part
I
of it.
shouldn't say that live on stream, hey?
This
You know I'm joking.
plus
This is a parody. Also,
this
mature audiences only. Twitch
plus
can't be watching.
Yeah.
It's run by
that
children.
plus
Bring this here because it's
that
not in frame.
plus
Chicka-choo-cha.
So we are basically at. We've managed to raise, which is kind of awesome.
Oh my god, you guys.
We're already at this much. I'm just gonna put the goal amount at the top amount, and we'll alter the marathon as it
Oh,
goes.
hello.
But we're at
Glory.
$500.10.
Oh, shit.
We're halfway.
What?
Like, already.
I'm not even living on a prayer yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
I mean, I've been living on.
Melanaria, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Juby Meg, thank you.
Oh shit! What the shit? So many.
I mean, we would love to play a game, but
This is a bit
this
storm.
is amazing.
This is a bit storm. Oh my gracious me.
Thank you. And thank you everyone else
Yes,
who
my
is
God,
here to
guys.
witness this.
That's 40 cents per second.
Today.
My god.
It's happening.
It's a lot of money
Um,
per second.
I just want to make sure that everything does get in. I'm still missing one payment, but I think it's just going to take a few
Yeah.
It's all kind of
And can
glazed
we
here,
get one
guys.
more update on audio things? Is everything
Yeah,
cool? Do you guys hear
how's
any
tech
weird
work?
background sound? Because last week you could hear the fan in the background.
Or something.
So please let us know if you can.
More cheering. Everyone sounds great. That's great. Okay.
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you, everyone.
All right.
My god.
No fan, no buzz. Still can hear Scott.
Great.
Scooter's beard isn't trying
Well-
to eat his microphone.
I will say, Aragwen, I shaved for an audition. I probably would still have it if it wasn't for said audition. So, you're welcome.
I was gonna say thanks whoever. Thanks Mark. Thanks House of Mark.
Yeah, thanks. The house.
Yeah,
of
the only one that I'm
Thank
not
you,
seeing
House
right now is Kaiser Omnix, but I think that that's on its way.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, it's been. What a day. I don't know if I was
Dude.
expecting this. This
No,
kind of dramatic,
no.
explosive,
my last
fireworky
note.
beginning.
Crystal Circle.
right.
Yeah, I know. Mine
Shove
is
past
like
Liz.
Look at my first note from last session.
Who the fuck is
Summer Blaze,
Blaze? Underlined. Wow.
John specifically said, if I may, at the beginning of last session,
Yeah, go
John,
nuts.
you said, you may have already met. No, you have already
Yeah.
met Summer Blaze
Yeah.
Oh, I thought this
in
was...
this game. To which what's happening?
So many cheers. Okay.
Okay.
You're only
Okay.
at day 38. All right.
shit.
So
Okay.
here's what I'm going to say.
Love ya.
The fact that you're catching up is already pretty awesome. I can't believe that you're already up to 38.
Yeah, it's
If
a
you
lot.
haven't already, you can read the synopses over on rpgclinic.com. You can watch it on YouTube. You can put it on 2x speed on YouTube so that we sound really slow when you finally make it live. But no matter what, thank you so much. It's appreciated.
Super.
It's fantastic. And I will update the sprint counter now only
At break.
at the end of game.
Okay.
That makes sense.
It's we're just gonna have to not be. But hey, we made it over 500, which does mean that we unlocked one more tier, which I will put up just for you.
Just so y'all know.
I don't even remember what else.
So we have
Me neither.
now unlocked the repository of secrets
With players?
with the
With
players.
players.
Oh, shit.
So that is done.
I'm so
Get your
excited.
question hats on.
And this is a very special tier that we're going to see if we can reach.
Oh, no.
We hit $600,
Oh, no.
and the players will be in costume for game. Now, we did do this for Exaltwitch. This is not Exaltwitch.
We aren't just normal humans.
Yeah. So if you really want to see Scott look blue, if you really want
I'm
to see them elf ears, the horns, the swirls, the spirals, that's a thing.
I already got this done, but you know.
Thank you, Captain.
No, the ears are what'll tip you over.
Yeah,
You're like
definitely.
5.5. Sorry, darling.
5.5.
Dare you. Only half
So,
a point above.
That's it. That's at the $600 mark that we'll be able to get those in. Look, as long as you guys keep donating, we'll keep thinking of things to do. But
Yep.
there is
Jesus, we shouldn't have
there
said
is a
that.
very special at 1,000.
Oh my God, Elenaria, you've been adding
You've
stuff
added stuff to the
to-
wiki. Oh
What have you
boy!
been
All
adding?
right, we're gonna have to go and look.
And everything is blue for him and himself and everybody around.
Oh,
You
I
don't
should have
got
taken these
nobody
contacts
to
out
listen,
years
to
ago.
listen.
He ain't got nobody to listen.
To listen.
A lot.
You know,
Don't worry.
I really appreciate this.
Can't wait.
And I'm so glad that you updated the wiki,
Oh my
and
God, what
I'm
the shit is going
gonna
on?
pour over that.
And we're going to count because if at least what was it?
Three
if at
NPCs
least
are
3
completed?
NPC pages have been completed, then we owe you some writing. So we
That's
will
absolutely true.
check up on that.
We are also going to say that if there's any way that you want to contribute, if you have another way that you want to contribute, please just let us know.
Yeah.
We'll see what we can do. But in the meantime, I think it's time that we actually start figuring out what the hell you guys are going to do.
Good idea.
Which means that we are going to welcome at 6:46.
It's a good time.
She who knows 10,000 things and echoes through song, Aragwin Cabindaff, your moderators are here in the house, ready for
Mwah.
you. We are also going to find out whether, you know what? Yeah, let's do it a little bit out of order. Is anybody the favorite child today?
I wasn't home.
Did you guys spend experience?
I am waiting for this session to determine what I'm going to spend my experience on. So no.
I think I spent it right away. I just have to remember which dot I filled in.
The ones that-
Chicanery 2, possibly?
That sounds good.
That sounds right.
Let's go with that. So it's you.
Possibly.
You.
But I think she may have spent some. No?
So, what you're telling me
I spent it.
is that Aragorn comes in here, just erupts with donations, and now none of you have
I
spent
did.
experience.
I spent 4 right after, like at the end of last session. So so technically since last game I
I
spent
only
it.
have 3 XP.
On what? What did you spend it on?
Second dot of chicanery.
There you go.
I'm pretty sure.
Nice.
That or I'm lying and I had already done that, but
All
I don't
right.
think so.
So Kate's there. I think it's time for us to figure out exactly what happened last session, which means that if you are tuning out because you do not wish to be spoiled, goodbye. We love you.
Mwah.
But in the meantime, let's listen in. Let's see what we've got ahead of us because it's time for a recap.
Last time on Changeling. Sister cooks that's not the right word. Sister constructs breakfast and invites our heroes down to the workshop. He has a gift for them all, a device that lets them pool their resources. Patches and Braum are keen, while Sophia is hesitant but acquiesces. She meets Marnie for coffee, discussing a sanctuary for Little One and her recent interest in politics. Lauren arrives with Ramsia, who's here to teach Sophia a neomancy. Kyoko steers clear while Braum and Lauren catch up. As the Sparkies walk through Montreal, Lauren remembers a fountain from Kay's memories. Braum is his usual self as he sees Kay's eyes in her face. Ramsia tells Braum he has to break Lauren's heart or she'll never love anyone else. Patches comforts the Duke as he reflects on the future of the Duchy and himself. Ramsia introduces Sophia to her dream job with the Crystal Circle. Braum has the talk with Lauren about her remembrance and how she's not Kay. Lauren takes a cold shower and tries to let him go. Will Sophia's lessons delay their visit to Home Fires? Is Patches okay if things with the Duke get more serious? And are there really two Braums? They would explain so many things. So many things. Find out on Changeling. Now.
Nailed it. Guys. What if I've been two people this whole time, but like I didn't know?
That's why you
did have
had
amnesia.
Amnesia,
I
right?
forgot you were twin Braums.
And enemy.
And enemy.
Yeah,
And
you're your own
God,
enemy.
you're your own
Yeah.
worst enemy. I am my own worst
Worst
enemy.
enemy.
Okay, that
Woof, what year is it? Let it go.
90 something.
Let it go. I was so happy.
Braum and evil twin Braum.
And I am your evil twin.
Also Braum.
Yeah, exactly.
Braum.
That's the specialty. Lying to
self.
Oh my God, Braum.
So good.
I'm gonna go to Sutter's Huge Ford just for that.
How much does someone need to donate before that becomes an actual plot point? Somebody
No.
That's the question mark tier at the top, right?
How much do I need to make in voice acting
What?
to make
$1
Scott be his own
million.
evil twin?
Oh, Grum.
Is that what we're doing here?
Yes.
Are we just starting to pay each other to do things in game now? Because I'm okay with that.
Maybe. This is a telenovela.
Telenovela. Ay, Miss Dio, Braum. I'd watch the shit out of that.
Oh my God.
Oh, boy. Well, I'm spent. See you guys.
Bye, Scott.
That's it.
Let him go. Let him go.
So
Won't play the game
I would like to
anymore.
get game started before 7. So if you guys have any questions, now's the time. Remember, the marathon is still ongoing. We'll come up with other incentives as time goes on. But for now, we're going to do what we actually came here to do.
Oh, boy.
If that's okay with everybody.
It is. Today, John, anything.
Yep, your drink counter is active, by the way, for people who don't know. Our players have to pay attention to the drink counter as long as they guess what triggers that drink counter at the end of the game. At any rate, are we ready? I've spoken already about how when I was a child, I used to play games against myself or my imaginary friends, and suspiciously, I would win. Almost always. And I never really keyed into the fact until recently, thinking about my early experiences with board games, that I was cheating. I must have been. It's not as if a lot of board games for kids are, full of strategy. A lot of them are full of chance. Now, I was probably cheating in that I was making suboptimal decisions for the imaginary friends. I don't think I was tilting dice over or whatever. But I was absolutely doing that, except once that I can remember. I was sitting on a veranda, and the sun was setting over a lake visible from the windows of this veranda. It is a beautiful spot. And it was a bit warm because, of course, this is the summertime and the sun is low in the sky. And I remember that it was the game of life. And this game of life, of course, had a spinner in the center, which you would rotate, and it would recommend that you would use some wax on it so that it would actually spin properly. And I remember that for some reason that day, I was just landing on everything good. My character got the best career, doctor. My character got all the kids, because in the game of life, kids are worth a lot of money. They don't cost money, they give you money.
Works.
I got everything that I could want, and I didn't land on a single space that, you know, is just like, oh, you dinged your car, or, oh, damn, your wife jumped out of the vehicle.
Whoa.
Like, nothing like that. It was the one and only time that I've ever played a board game to perfection. But I can't claim that it was because I was playing with a lot of skill. I was just lucky. Is that how you play, the three of you? Because in a role-playing game, by its very nature, you have to come up against adversity. You can't have a game where everything is perfect. Otherwise, where's the drama? Where's the conflict? Or is it?
Or is it what?
When we last left you, Sophia, you had a fox puka who had just curled up in your bed.
Yep. Everything seems to be in order.
Yes, this apartment seems to be in order. Oh, gross.
So
Gross.
I was gonna dream walk. I was gonna go into her dream. My bunk consisted of singing her a lullaby.
When you step into her dream, the first thing that you feel is sunlight. And as the world kind of fades into view, you have twin suns in the sky above you, but their heat isn't oppressive. It just feels natural, wonderful, and warm. There's sand beneath your feet. And this is the sort of sand that's so soft that when you step through it, it just rolls in on itself.
Nice.
The surf is cool, but not cold, and refreshing. And you realize that you are wearing the sarong that you saw Ramsia wear earlier that day, and bare feet. There's no other person on this beach that you can see, but the ocean is small. It almost looks like the ocean, even though you can step into it, is only as large as a swimming pool. And yet it is the ocean, and you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that it is. The sky in this twin sun configuration shows rich purples and golds stretching across. And there's wind. Just the smallest amount of wind, enough to make the skirts of the sarong flutter, your hair stream out behind you. But it's not even audible, so that you can hear every cry of a seagull, every lap of the waves as they come up onto the shore, despite the fact that it's only as large as a swimming pool.
So I look out to this ocean that is not an ocean, and yet it is. And I want to see if there's like any other land that I can see, or an island, or any ships in the water.
Across the ocean, you see a playground. The playground is a simple one that you would see from, in any sort of park, city park that you would see these days, but immaculately kept. A slide, a swing set, one of those climbing apparatus that, barely are off the ground, cedar chips underneath that it look like they've been freshly raked and planted there. And there's people swinging on the swings, but they're far away and you can't necessarily see them. However, you also know intrinsically that you can in fact walk across this water.
I was gonna craft myself a boat, but I will instead walk across the water. Take a step onto it.
You now are standing on water, and not the unpleasant Canadian standing on water, which is ice,
Hey.
And dangerous.
but the New Testament style of walking on water.
Nice.
Badass.
So I would like to carefully walk across the ocean towards the playground.
When you make it across the ocean, you see that the two figures that are swinging, one of them is Ramsia. She's wearing a very similar outfit to what you're wearing, and she's got a sun hat with two little holes poked out of it so that her ears can pop out. And then next to her swinging is Kay.
Is there a third swing?
Yes.
I would like to go over and sit on the third swing.
Kay is enjoying herself looking out over the ocean, and Ramsia turns and looks at you while you're swinging. But she gets it so that her swing is now perfectly in sync with yours, so that you can have a conversation without it being like, "Hi, how's it going?"
How's it going?
What?
Hi, my name is Sophia. Hello?
I never visited the beach when I was a kid, but I always pictured it like this. Being able to just cross the ocean whenever you wanted. And there was always a place to go. And now when you look across the ocean, you see that there's now a patio built out onto the beach itself, and there's 3 barbecues, and there's just people flipping burgers and a table with condiments on it, and it's just like the perfect little scenario. There's a little cooler there.
So does your ideal beach fluctuate between having lots of people and having no one?
Whatever I feel like. And every time I cross, something different appears on the other side.
I love that.
I love it too.
It's a beautiful little oasis to sleep to.
You've been working so hard at so many things recently. But dreams can be dreams if you want them to be. There's something so perfect about being able to go exactly where you want, about getting exactly what you want, and that's just as valuable as reaching into somebody's dream and twisting it.
Lately, it hasn't felt like I've been trying to twist people's dreams, but that I've been trying to untwist. I'm not trying to create anything new, just undo damage that's been done. And if I don't do it, who will?
This place is undamaged. I hope it will always be undamaged.
You've taken very good care of it.
I get help. By the time we're finished, you will have added something to this beach. That's all I ask in return.
Any requests as to what it is?
As long as it comes from you. As long as it's something that you believe belongs in this place. Perfection. Because I want you to keep that perfection in mind. You can do something that no one else can. The pain that you and your friends feel during the day lasts with them while they sleep, but no one can speak with them except you. And they can relive the traumas they've had over and over again. And no one can change that except you. You actually have the power to reach somebody in that third of their life where they are unreachable. And that's worth a lot.
I want to be able to help them. And I want to be able to help the spark. I'm tired of people thinking that they can mess with us. I need to become powerful enough so I'm not just damage control.
And that's why you're here. Because you will be able to bring this place to others, given enough time and skill. Of course, your friends may not like it here. For all I know, Patches is afraid of sand, or Braum doesn't like the sight of water.
Everybody has their own idea of perfection.
But it's there.
And everyone should be entitled to it when they sleep, at least.
Every once in a while. Because the problem with perfection is that it needs to evolve and change. If I came here every night, it wouldn't be perfection any longer. It would be normal. And if it was too good, I wouldn't want to wake up. It can be addicting to stay in your dreams. It can be addicting to believe that this place is more real than what will happen when we wake up. When you wake up, what will there be? That also has to be worked towards perfection. Thankfully, you have the ability to do it there too.
I can bring some of the magic of dreams into the waking world.
By changing someone's dreams, you change the real world. You've done this already, I'm sure.
I have.
When you leave here, what will there be?
What will I create for you, you mean?
No, when you leave here, what will be in front of you?
My room, the spark. People I've grown to care about.
Oh.
Not my friend.
Then I can teach you. Because if you were looking to learn just to spend time here,
I want to bring here out there.
I can imagine that. Kay stops, and she gets up and she walks towards, and she just slips into the ocean.
Is Kay always here?
No, sometimes. But I don't know her. I think she might be here because of you.
Why would she be here because of me? She doesn't know me either. I met her once.
But you have met her.
In Braum's dream. I've met his memory of her.
I've never met her before.
Kay?
There's no answer. But she's just swimming along happily. She's doing laps in the ocean.
Oh, that's nice. I'll let her be then if she's welcome here.
I don't think anyone's been here who hasn't been welcome.
This is such a beautiful place.
This is my place.
It is. It feels like you. And I don't know you very well.
You do now. You know me more than most at this point. Let's face it, this is a pretty intimate act that you're doing.
I suppose it is when you think of it that way.
And you've done this to others as well.
Yes.
Of course, I don't necessarily mean intimacy like other forms of it. But this is something that binds you to someone else. Whether they're your enemy or your friend, you've now walked in their dreams. You've seen what their mind has created for them.
You can see things that people want to hide away, whether or not they're aware of it.
And what do you think I'm hiding? Do you think you'd be able to find it?
Do you want me to try?
Not today. Maybe tomorrow or the day after. Right now, there's food across the ocean, and it will take you only a second to get there.
Will you join me for a bite to eat?
Yeah, I will. But as you're walking across the ocean, you can feel that the world around you is starting to collapse in on itself. The patio simultaneously feels further away and also as if it's breaking apart, crystallizing, and then shattering like a pane of glass.
Shit.
And then you find yourself sitting on the edge of the bed. And Ramsia stirs, and she has this look of just utter relaxation on her face. She turns, but she doesn't wake up. The dream ended.
The dream ended, but she didn't wake up.
Dreams don't last your entire length of sleep.
But I'm supposed to stay walking in them until they wake up, isn't it?
Or she's kicked you out.
Ah.
It's not
I want to learn
certain.
how to do that. All right, well, it would be rude to wake her up. So... what time is it?
It's
Time for me to go to bed.
it's like 3 a.m.
I'm just gonna curl up in my bed and go to sleep.
Just like shove her out of the way and like.
I'm assuming there's room. I have a pretty big bed.
I'm
It's
sorry,
a
Sophia
king
only
size.
has a twin.
Wow.
It's like if you're in her bed, you're in her bed.
A twin.
California king.
Like a king, but bigger.
Actually, Braum would have to have a California king.
'Cause
Actually,
it's
he'd have to have a
longer.
special.
'Cause he's
California kings aren't
huge.
wider; they're longer.
Oh, Jesus. I'm so sorry. Like, those beds would take up the
So,
majority
but
of the room.
wait, you don't have a bed specifically for you in the Spark. So if you're sharing a bed with Kyoko, does that mean your legs are just dangling off the edge?
I curl up.
I am indistinguishable from a rock when I do so.
Like that Pokemon Geodude.
When you wake up the following morning, all of you, you can do whatever you like. But you all do wake up.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Well, that's a surprise.
You had mentioned that as I went to leave the room this morning, that the Duke reached out and grabbed my hand.
Are you asking if you got sex pee?
I already wrote it down last session. No,
What
hand
about
grabbing
more, though?
does not count as sex pee. So I would like to stop and check in with him.
The following morning or the night before?
Well, whenever it is that happened, but I thought it was
That
you
was
had
the night
put me
before.
to the morning.
Oh, is it when
whenever.
you were leaving that morning?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes, that actually makes more sense. Sorry. Okay, yeah, he reaches out and he takes your hand.
What's going on?
You should know that you don't have to leave if you don't want to.
I appreciate that. And as much as the political dealings are still in motion, you don't have to stay if you don't want to.
I'm not a prisoner here.
No.
I don't feel like a prisoner here.
Good. Is there anything I can do to help you feel more comfortable, less trapped?
I'm not trapped. Being in here gives me something that I've been looking for a while. Stability. I know what to expect. For the most part. But when I'm in here, I don't actually have to make any decisions. I don't have to make any life or death calls. I can
Until
wait.
that comes knocking on our door, as it always seems to. But yes. Well then... Do you specifically want me to stay?
This is a better place with you in it.
That's very kind of you. Unfortunately, I'm not lying low and hiding out. And there are things to be tended to. But I can stay if you want me to.
I'm done telling people what to do.
Won't take it as an order unless you make it one.
Then you'll have to choose on your own.
How about I go scare us up some breakfast and come back?
That is a good idea.
Boo.
Oh my god, it's a tall blue man with horns!
Mom.
Why are you so tall?
I've forgotten
Sweet
everything.
Jesus.
Hello.
I'm gonna steal out of bed, give Kyoko a quick kiss, and I'm gonna sneak off down the hall. I'm gonna go down the hall to the office. What I'd like to do, John, is write a letter to Lord McAllister of the Red Branch. I would like for it to be relatively highfalutin and
Okay.
flashy. Okay.
Flashy.
Like you know what I mean? Like
Oh
fancy.
my
Hashtag fancy.
God.
No, this is not Braum's usual mode.
Jorik's fancy letter.
Hashtag Jorik's fancy letter. Oh.
Press enter.
Press enter.
Press enter.
Oh.
Press
One more?
enter.
Oh boy.
And there was a pop-up.
Press enter.
One more.
Enter.
Shit.
Down 2.
No, it's grayed out.
Never mind.
Sorry, dude.
Oh, I can't even close it.
Yeah, because there's a pop-up. Give me.
Tilt the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, Liz, can you watch that wine glass?
Yep.
All right.
Thank you.
Chicka-choo-cha.
No, thank you.
All right, so you want to write a highfalutin letter?
In essence, I'm appealing to our shared history together.
Mhm.
I am obviously making a sincere apology for, having accused him of being Dantain and tried to attack him, duel to the death, etc.
Wasn't to the death.
It wasn't to the death, it's true. To the pain. To the pain.
To the blood.
To the blood. And then I'm wrapping up by saying, that it is imperative that we have an audience with High King David as soon as possible, so that he may be persuaded that the Red Branch's importance and resources be reignited, so that the Red Branch can meet the political challenges of the day head on.
All right. I'm going to ask you to roll your charisma expression.
That's going to be a great,
I hope that was the
delicious roll.
longest run-on sentence ever.
It was, eh?
I'm going to make
that
your
the Red
difficulty
Branch
6. You described that well.
Thanks, man.
But you are writing Lord McAllister, a satyr who is currently the head of the Red Branch Knights. Go ahead.
I would like to spend a point of willpower, if I may.
All right. You really want to make that letter good.
Yes, this is very important to Braum. This is very important. He's writing it on parchment and shit, man. Maybe not parchment.
Did you like flay Kyoko and take her skin and like there's good old rabbit parchment right here.
Where did you get this, Braum? I got 2 successes.
Including the willpower that you spent.
Yes,
All right.
inclusive.
And how are you delivering this letter?
Post? I'm gonna. Well, I know Sir Zeron just went, so I feel like a bit of a knob for being like, could you go back real quick? I'm actually going to. I don't know where Fala is staying. She's staying at the Spark. I
She's
feel
not
like she's
back
staying
yet.
Yeah,
Isn't
she
she
came
still
back.
with
She
the Best
reported
Inn?
back about the Best Inn.
I thought she
No,
just
she
sent us a letter, dude.
She
Like,
messaged you. She didn't
got it to us.
get back. She's
Texted.
still trying.
Then I'm going to wait
Let
for
me
her.
hit her up on
Use
her
the
social
flu
media.
network.
How often do you check your
Carrier
Insta?
pigeon.
I never want to hear Braum refer to something as your Insta
Your
ever
Insta
again.
Instagram. I'm going to wait for her to return so that she can deliver it, unless
We'll see if she
the
returns.
GM, unless the storyteller has an idea.
I mean, there's
about-
other ways
wait,
to
what?
do it. You could ask Zister. You could ask Kyoko.
You could just email him.
I will ask sister. That's a great idea.
Oh yeah, definitely. Herbert is very good.
Ew.
Yeah, I know. I tried.
Zister can be found currently standing outside Kyoko's office with his arms crossed.
Can I help you?
You're not short, and I don't see elegant ears coming out of the back of your head. I see horns. So,
So no, then.
you're not the one I'm looking for, no.
I see. You are the one I'm looking for, though. Perhaps I could distract you until the one you're searching emerges.
I do have to ask, is she still a bunny, or has she turned into some sort of lizard?
No lizard, I don't think.
Well, as I understand it, cold-blooded animals like finding warm rocks to lie on top of.
There's a brief moment where Braum just like doesn't do anything, and then he like tilts his head back and he goes, that was a good one, sister.
Very occasionally. What do you want?
I want to know if you have any way, perhaps mechanical or pedestrian, of delivering this letter to Lord McAllister in the Kingdom of Apples.
Well, when I was young, we used something called the Pony Express.
How old are you? Sorry.
You gave a man a flask full of whiskey, 50 cents, and you told him to ride out. It would take him 2 weeks to deliver it.
I do have 50 cents, and I do have whiskey, but I don't have 2 weeks, sister. There must be another way.
I'll get your letter posted off. It's fine. Taranar has regular correspondence with large-scale freeholds anyway. I'll put it out in the mail.
All right. It's rather sensitive. You understand. Of course, I trust you. I just want to make sure that it reaches its intended recipient.
Because I'm incompetent.
No, sister. It's others that I worry about. Are you sure you don't have anything private?
Yeah, it's called a car. We get into it. I use my feet to work the pedals. And eventually we get there. At which point then I use my feet again to take me from the car directly to who it is. And then I say, I'm sorry, I could have used email and it could have gotten to you about 8 hours ago, but instead I decided to be a Luddite.
You young spring chickens and your reliance on email. There's something very... Look, you know what? We don't need to go into this right now. This letter is important, and the work that I put into it means something. You understand that? If you could do this for me, sister, I would appreciate it.
I will personally ensure that your letter gets to where it's going to go. In exchange, the next time somebody fires a gun at me, make them regret it.
That sounds like a good deal. And then I start to pass in the letter, and then I sort of stop. You're still waiting on the Lady Kyoko. I can go and check if she's awake for you, if you would like.
No, it's fine. I'll wake her up.
Are you sure?
I've been waking her up longer than you have.
You know what? All right.
He takes the letter.
Processing.
Shocking.
Do you even have an email address?
Braum at Braum.com.
I know,
Braum
for
dot
instance,
Madsen
that
at
the phone that
Simpatico
you
dot ca.
carry, I'm surprised that when it rings, I don't hear "Hello, Moto."
No, it's a Mexican hat dance.
No, who is Moto?
I am.
I'm Braum.
Yay, Braum.
Truly.
10 points to Gryffindor.
Still a grump in heart, guys. Web crawler. Okay. Oh, I should really update that.
Braum at Braum.Braum.
It's really disappointing when you check your email using Eudora on a PowerBook G4.
That does remind me of something, though, sister. Thank you.
Oh, I'm full of useful information today, apparently.
Well, I'll catch you in the exhaust then.
Sure.
Unless there's anything I could assist you with.
You could make my brain stop hurting and find a way to use an email client from after the year 1997.
If you're going to be hurtful, sister, I'm going to leave.
This is hurtful for you? I've literally seen you be shot.
There are different kinds of wounds. The deepest are from a friend. I flash him a winning smile, and then peace! I walk away. If he wants to get them.
Any wound that you get from me isn't going to be deep.
I'm gonna go browse the classifieds. Do we have a friggin' newspaper in this place?
Please, I'd allow that into the Spark.
Ew, You're wondering whether we have a subscription to the Gazette? No, because I know how to use a computer or a phone where I get my news
They're
now.
so dirty.
I stalk off to find patches. Shut up, both of you! I hate both of you.
Classifieds.
Yes.
Jobs.
Oh.
Used cars.
Well,
Single ladies.
no, I don't think I need...
All the single ladies. Sorry, that's a song.
Yes, I think I heard that once. Spice Girls?
I don't think so.
No used cars, no. Work.
Work.
But that's just to occupy my time until Sister's finished.
Right. Any keywords? Any line of business like accounting? No, exactly.
my
So
skills?
not accounting. Unfortunately, they don't have skills for... Generally, Joe jobs don't involve sword fighting, being noble, really tall. Those aren't... I'm sure you have other skills that would be more appropriate for me to be searching. Job categories.
Guys, I'm leaving the game. Everyone's making fun of Braum.
I need some help here.
It's session 42. You've only figured
I'm
this out
trying
now.
not to say
I know.
fucking plunging toilets here, okay? I'm trying to be nice to you.
I really appreciate it. Patches, I was going to be asking the Lady Kyoko for help with this, but it's been getting a bit more dire. I want to make sure that I can
You
still...
hear a chainsaw motor go.
Oh god, they're playing werewolf.
Like in the freehold?
In the freehold.
Like where? I'm a little concerned.
Towards the bedrooms.
Hot.
Sister was near the offices.
And then
Oh, no.
then you see Zister holding
Oh.
a chainsaw, just pressing it into Kyoko's door, and then cutting this big swath off it.
Has he cut a Zed like Zorro?
Oh my god.
He should've.
No.
Damn it. Epic flex.
And it seems like he's already loosened the top hinge of the door because it just falls in. And Kyoko just has she's got the sheets pulled up to her neck, and she's blinking a little bit at this, and just with like a head tilt of like, this hasn't happened in like 2 years, and it was great. Get up.
So, I guess you wanted to install a new door on her room, huh?
And he turns, and when he turns, you see that Zister is wearing an old school hockey mask. Like a goalie mask on.
It's not so mean, sister. What are you up to? I'm not fixing that door. I'm gonna go back towards the exhaust.
I don't want to have to do anything, sister.
It's his freehold. He can bust down doors if he wants to.
I agree.
He's smart enough to fix them.
But striking fear into the heart of those who reside here is mildly inappropriate.
Yes, Braum, I'm terribly scared at the moment. I could be set upon by a sub 5 foot Jason at any moment. You'll have to come here and protect me with your rock body.
Also, not a job category.
Patches is
Not
just
with
off
that
to the
attitude.
side, like fuming.
I can't get
Not
into the
accounting.
room without walking
Not
by
TV
sister.
film.
No,
And
he's
that
like
needs
not
stepping
to be
back.
business
You
development.
could put him
Okay.
in TV and film.
Then I step into the
Like
doorway and
wrestling or
like
something.
step back into the room to sort of.
Do you
That's
just like
the
step
appearance.
over the door, or do you bother like
TV
pulling
and
it
film.
open?
It's just gonna be like adult films.
Oh yeah, because the bottom of the door is.
Bottom of
still-
the door's still there.
Oh Jesus! No, I just step up to the door. Then how's that? She's up, sister. I think you made your point.
I'm afraid that I've been entirely traumatized. This is not like the 8 other times that you've destroyed a door to try to get to me. For some reason, this one was different. Maybe it's because you didn't put a Z in the door this time.
Yes, knew it.
What kind of history do you two have?
Every once in a while, I would rig all the cameras to just track him as he walked through the freehold. You don't notice it at first. But by the 3rd day, when all you hear is every time somebody tries to move, you start getting paranoid. You start thinking that perhaps you are being watched.
Seems like an awfully cruel trick to play on somebody.
No, a cruel trick would be to rewire the keypad without his knowledge so that every time he asked to enter the workshop, it opened up into a spare closet full of balloons.
Aren't we glad that our lives are so much more exciting now? Don't have to play tricks on each other all the time for entertainment.
Yes, I'll never play another practical joke again. I gave that all up when I fell into your arms.
Do you want to swear on that?
Prom, do you want help finding a job or not?
You can get a level of contract that lets you do that, right? It lets you just be like, contract! Should be really shitty. Sorry.
Can a puka swear an oath?
Yes. And when they swear an oath, they can speak the truth.
Oh, sweet.
Because what they're in fact saying is, I promise to do a thing. They're not making a factual statement.
Right. Gotcha. Thank you.
Because also then that would, like, puka, no one would ever swear an oath with a puka and they'd be awfully sad.
It's true.
Be like, do you want to get married? And the puka would be like,
No.
No.
I do not.
Can you hold out your hand like this?
I do not want this. I am not currently married to you.
Sophia,
Yes.
when you wake up, it's within a sense of like a full night's sleep, even though you've only slept for about 5 hours. But you feel refreshed, like as if you had, you know, like where you sleep like the perfect amount of time, not too much, not too little.
Nice.
But then after a few moments after you're awake, Ramsia's arms shift and she pulls you into an embrace that's not, it is intimate without being sexual.
Nice.
And just holds you from behind for a moment.
Oh, so we're spooning, we're
Yes.
cuddling? That's cool. I'll cuddle for a bit.
That's so sweet.
Sophia likes cuddling on occasion.
I wish I
Sounds
could
just
tell
as
you
a
that every
prayer.
time I've done that with somebody, that I've never been worried.
What do you mean?
It wouldn't take much for somebody to destroy that place for me. Letting you walk on that beach means that you could have left something behind that would taint it irreversibly. I love that place.
Why would anybody want to ruin something that beautiful?
Look in the faces of your friends. People have tried to ruin them. And they're beautiful. More beautiful to you, perhaps, than to anyone else. Because you seek the beauty that they can't.
I would never dream of doing anything to harm that place. And when I create something for you in there, I want it to be right. I want it to be just as perfect as that beach is.
I wish you luck.
So when's my next lesson?
If you ever catch me asleep again. The easiest way for me to train you is in there. Up here.
All right, so tonight?
As long as you know where I'll be.
Well, you're staying with us still, aren't you?
Huh. Then I suppose it's not going to be that much of a challenge.
Unless you don't want to stay with us.
This is a wonderful bed.
Thank you.
I don't see why I would change that. As long as I'm not going to be making somebody else jealous by being here.
Oh. I'm sure everything will be fine.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I do, however, need to go and get my other clothes.
Of course. And there's breakfast downstairs, I'm sure.
Then I should head down there. And
You can feel free to shower up here, by the way, if you'd like.
thank you. I would not dare to do that to your shower.
Do what? Have a shower in the shower?
And she turns and she looks down and she just indicates her tail.
Oh.
One day, maybe. But I don't want you to hate me just yet. She lets go and she rolls out of bed. And she still has that plain nightgown on. And then crouches down and then pulls out of a small bag a different change of clothing. And then smiles and walks into the bathroom.
Sweet. I'm going to get... Oh, here we go. Yes, love it. I'm going to go to the door.
I didn't even have to roll you a die of luck.
When the door opens up, Incisor is there and she is holding a box of donuts. They are not great donuts.
Sorry.
Where are they
bites taken out of
from? Are they gas station donuts?
They are from a couche-tard,
Ah,
which means they are edible. But
thank you.
you know, I thought maybe you'd enjoy having something up here so that you didn't have to, rush downstairs and everything. I mean, look, we still got the kid down there, and I'm pretty sure that
I want to
Braum-
bring her outside the room and close the door.
Okay, can you roll me your... I'd like you to roll me your
I can't wait.
appearance subterfuge, please.
I can't wait.
Okey-dokey.
Nice roll.
Does my appearance specialty come into it? Well, probably not, actually.
What is your appearance specialty?
Captivating.
No, it doesn't.
All right. That is 2 successes.
Days in our spark.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that Braum just absolutely destroyed that kid last night, and letting somebody down is never the easiest thing. So, what did you think I meant? Like destroyed? Like you're sick. You're sick.
I'm not
Braum.
there. I'm not
Oh
there.
my God. So, did you get a chance to meet our visitors yesterday?
Well, I know that there's 2 visitors. Yeah, I met them. I make
One
sure
of
that
them's teaching me oneiromancy.
Well, you were looking for a teacher for that, and I don't know oneiromancy, so that's great.
Her name is Ramsia.
Yeah, I know. I met her. She shook my hand. She's a fox puka.
She's
and
in here
she's
right now.
Absolutely, god damn it. I'm interrupting a lesson.
I walked in her dream last night. Literally.
Ding.
I just wanted to let you know because that might happen again. And I don't want you to be alarmed.
Why would I be alarmed? It's not like just teaching you how to walk in other people's dreams, so that you can get rid of all those little bastards like Rick.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
And Talus.
Yeah, and him.
I need to get better at it so I can help all of us.
Yeah, sure. So I don't mean to interrupt your lesson. I
You
get
didn't.
it.
It's done. We're ready for breakfast.
Was she dressed?
Would that matter? Walking in someone's dream is walking in someone's dream, isn't it?
Charisma, empathy.
Great.
Is that her empathy?
That's her move right there and then. Would it matter?
Well,
That's 6 successes.
my God. It's like I'm looking into the empathy.
You're right. You know what? It's okay. It's okay. Are you going to be around tonight?
Mm-hmm.
That's great. Enjoy the donuts. I'll catch you later.
Now, Incisor,
Yeah.
2 things.
Uh-huh.
1, I might have another lesson tonight.
Okay.
I'll let you know beforehand.
Yeah.
All right?
I
Because if she's woken up while I'm in her dream, the dream will end.
right.
And the second thing,
Yeah.
and I kiss her. I'm gonna die.
I have my own roll to make.
Cool.
For rage?
Oh no.
No.
She's
No.
not Kaylee.
Aye,
She doesn't roll rage.
that we know of.
Okay, well, Incisor's tool for this is not the best, but we'll see.
Kaylee.
Kaylee, I didn't hear the lead.
It's not Kate.
I know. It's like, what?
Kate's constantly rolling for rage.
Okay, could I ask you to roll your charisma subterfuge, please?
And that was a K, not a Kate.
I'm a spend
Yeah, I
a
also
point
was
of
like,
willpower
she got to
on
do with it.
I was like, oh, a dialogue.
So why is she running
Whoa.
that? Why is she doing that?
That's 4 successes.
Okay.
Yeah. I think
So, whatever your intentions towards Incisor are, the kiss just. You can feel her knees not buckle, but they waver just a bit. And then she looks up at your eyes, and hers are just stars.
Oh boy.
Ew, buddy.
Thank you for the donuts.
I think I like the second thing better. Look, I'll catch you later. And she turns around, and despite the fact that she is wearing, like, shit-kicking, like, boots encased in steel, and the fact that she's wearing a leather jacket, which today, written on the back, just has ass, A-S-S, written on it.
Perfect.
Her gait, which is normally one of just striding forward with power, sways just a little bit back and forth when she makes it into the elevator.
Sweet.
Ooh.
Ooh, tantalizing. Read me like a book.
Could be rep cat food anytime.
Ugh. Cool. I'm gonna go back into the room and get dressed.
So when you get back in, you see that Ramsia is waiting with the door just slightly ajar, as if she wants to be sure that everything's okay. And then when you come in, before you have the chance, I assume that you are dressed.
I think I was wearing like my robe.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna get
I assume that
dressed.
you don't make a habit of just like, oh, there's a knocking at the door.
Naked.
Better take this off.
That's how I win all my arguments. No one can focus. I don't know. Right, so I'm
Is everything okay?
Absolutely. Donut?
Oh. I'm afraid that all canids are allergic to chocolate. As she plucks one that's like kind of half dripping its chocolate icing. Like,
Oh, boy.
that's it. I'm not interfering with anything, am I?
This is important.
I would assume that so are the feelings of a young she and whoever that was.
They understand.
You know, what's your willpower?
My willpower is 5.
Jesus, really?
All right. You owe me 5.
Here we go.
answers to questions.
Well, that's true.
You can spend a point of willpower to resist answering any of them.
How fun. How fun for all of us.
Say 5?
Yep.
Shit.
Were you scared when you went into Braum's dreams?
Every time except the first, yes.
Would you be scared now, knowing that you are in fact more powerful?
No.
I like that. That there's less fear in you.
I like it too.
Are you afraid of me at all?
Oddly, no.
And why do you think that is?
You love dreams and beauty and perfection as much as I do. I feel like we're very similar.
Those are the hallmarks of the crystal circle.
I think I'd really like belonging to the crystal circle.
That comes with time. Time, training, and of course we want to make sure that we're making the right choice for everybody involved. Do you think that red cap is going to be a problem?
No.
Good. The only reason I'm just asking is because, as I said, what we are doing is something that she cannot. And for some, that can be difficult.
She can start and finish an entire bar fight, and I cannot. I'm
I
not
think
threatened
you could
by
start
that.
one.
Couldn't finish it. Not without causing irrevocable damage to the building.
I'd say that your beauty is worth at least 500 microhelens.
Thank you. Whoa,
They're not edible.
they're not good.
She's swallowed hers, but there's still that kind of patches. You're in the exhaust?
Mm-hmm.
You're in the exhaust?
I was at Kyoko's door where Zister turned off his chainsaw.
Like called you back.
Inside-
Oh
Hit
yes, right.
search
Yes.
results
Patch has
for
called me back
jobs.
to keep job hunting together, which is
And inside, Kyoko's just being like, I'm just going to get dressed.
it's
and see what the
fine.
fuck
I'm
he
like,
wants."
okay.
So
So much shade.
the two of you, as you're in the exhaust, at one point the elevator doors open and Sizer just almost floats through the exhaust, headed back towards her rooms.
Don't be alarmed. Sister had fun with the chainsaw.
Oh, he's back to doing that now. That's a good sign.
Yeah.
Nice work.
Nice work.
Cool.
She stops and she turns around. So right now you can see her face and just ass written across her shoulders. If Zista's playing practical jokes on people, then it means that he doesn't hate himself. That's a good way to be.
Time heals everything, but I wonder if there's something more.
Time wounds all heals. Then she heads out, and then...
Whoa.
So, where's Lauren?
She had one of the guest rooms towards the back.
No, I know what room she was staying in, but she's not here. Where is she? Did she go out?
She hasn't checked in with any of us.
I go.
No, let's...
What time is it?
Yeah, what time is it?
She
it
is
still
like a
morning?
teenager.
It's like 9 o'clock.
Eh, teenager. We'll let her sleep in a bit before we bother her.
No, her door's open. She's not here.
Are her things still here?
She's missing one of her bags. Also, the dirk that she was carrying is gone. So I assume that she's got it on her.
Oh. I see.
It's Ramsia and her.
Ramsia didn't sleep here last night.
All right. Well, she didn't give...
Do you
Did she
have
give
her
you
phone number?
I was about to ask you the same
Didn't
question.
she contact you?
Yes,
well, you do have her phone
Yes,
number.
I go to my flip phone and I scroll back to calls. Because she called me the other day, right?
She just called to say... Oh, shit.
I'm gonna dial her number and see what happens. Like manually. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay, so you dial her number.
I'm calling it.
Hello?
Lauren.
Hi. Hi. Yeah, hi, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you? You sound a bit excited, perhaps.
Oh, I'm just fine.
Lauren, I only ask...
You hear water in the background.
We were just surprised to not see you this morning. Normally we all have breakfast together and then we were going to go out, explore the city, maybe go to the oratory together. Do you remember? We talked about that yesterday.
Right, yeah, we could absolutely go to the oratory. But I think you should come here first.
Where's here? Lauren, where is here? John, can I get any contextual clues about the water, the kind of water running, or any other background noise that might be on the line?
It's my shower.
Sounds like a shower.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's okay. Phew! I thought like a bridge, a river. I don't know, man. I was scared.
Oh, wow.
I
assumed
yeah,
the fountain.
sorry,
I
well-
thought
We've
she was-
had unconscious
Or a-
people
It's
in our
true.
showers before. Okay, weird shit can happen in showers
Yeah.
too.
I think I want to know more about this place.
All right. You'll have to tell me where you are so I can tell you more about it.
I'm in your old apartment.
Don't you
Oh, no.
forget about Braum.
Lauren,
Yeah,
please find somewhere to sit.
I am sitting.
Good. Keep sitting. I will be there as soon as I can.
Okay.
Click. She's at my home. Actually, I guess I should clarify, John.
Yeah.
You say old apartment.
Home?
I assumed, perhaps wrongly, that you meant where my wife and children live. But maybe that is exactly
Maybe
what
it's
you meant.
the place where Braum lives alone.
It could be,
Lived.
but now I guess I need to clarify.
Uh,
Or maybe it wasn't clear.
she may have been referencing the place where you took Kay after that
Your
battle.
love
That-
nest with Kay.
Well, that would make sense, right?
Yeah.
Which was...
This is actually the place that he shared with his ex-wife.
yes.
She still lives there.
Yeah.
oh.
That's that. Okay, that's my assumption. I was like, oh boy.
I've
Wait,
got
you
wheels.
took Kay to the apartment that you share with your
First of all,
ex-wife?
you know this, and second of all, get out of here. You're not like, get your damn donuts.
Judgy Sophia on your shoulder.
Grab whatever
constantly.
you need. I'll be right back.
Oh my god.
Get both
And
my
I'm gonna
swords.
head off to the Duke's room and say,
Now the Duke,
yeah.
when you arrive, you see that
found his
Ramsia
clothes.
is sitting in the room with the Duke. There's a kettle there and a teapot.
I'm
And
glad that tea is being prepared. I'm afraid I'm going to have to take a rain check. Something has come up. Our guest has decided to take her own field trip and she needs a pickup.
I'm sorry, I muscled it. Wait, what? And
No worries.
Ramsia gets up. Could I have you roll perception empathy, please?
I mean, okay, but
Aragwen, you're no longer allowed to judge us for banging near 3 fates. That's all I can say about that.
None of
Oh.
you ever banked 3 fates.
No, banged near 3 fates.
Oh, banging near 3
Oh.
fates.
non-success, but not a botch.
Okay. If there's a reason Ramsey is in this room, it is not immediately apparent. Oh, would you like some help?
You misspelled Jorik.
No, I just need your sworn silence about our guest here.
No one would believe me anyway. But I swear I won't reveal it to anyone who is outside of this freehold until I'm told otherwise. On my own
Appreciated.
name and life.
I wouldn't want to have to hurt a guest of the Spark.
How much etiquette do you have? Is it still 0?
Goose
Okay.
egg, goose egg. I know that you're
So
not
for
supposed
you
to hurt
two-
someone within your freehold.
No.
Oh,
For
have I
you-
arrived at this point? Do I hear this?
No,
Oh,
no.
heck no.
God damn it.
For us.
Maybe. You know what? Roll me a die. You roll 6 or above. You did arrive in time to hear this.
Damn it. 5. All right.
Just walking in.
Just so that you guys know in terms of etiquette, if she swears an oath and then you immediately are like, okay, good, because otherwise I would have had to do this, that's almost akin to saying, I don't believe your word is valid.
right.
Like, an oath is serious business. Now, if you have etiquette 0 and charisma 1,
You might
Oh. My.
so you see that the Duke looks visibly like, oh, what, like, ugh. And Ramsey just smooths over it. All right, I'm just going to go get my purse. I'll be right back. And
Do
she
whatever you like. I
heads
trust
off.
you.
It's too late.
I hope I didn't scare her off. It looked like you guys were having a nice tea party.
I know Ramsia.
Really?
Yes, she visited here when she was just a little girl.
I knew that she and Zister had been acquainted. My goodness, she must have met everyone in town.
She had been presented to me at the time.
Well-
I have been the Duke here before.
Yes, absolutely. Well, then good. I hope that you two have a wonderful morning.
We're gonna be like, I hope you two have a wonderful relationship together.
Oh, heck nah. Heck nah.
You know what? It is 8 o'clock. I'm gonna let you guys take a break if you want.
Cool.
I will take.
We will each take one. Yes, we will get in the car.
All right. So I will let you guys take a break. We'll take 5,
Apprécié.
and I will just interact with chat because I like them.
Hi, guys.
Oh, sorry. Thank you.
It's all good.
Because I like them a lot.
That's so funny. Oh my God.
Well, I hope that you two are just happy.
Nope.
We're probably going to go a little bit later than we normally did. We started awfully late, so Fancy Corner may be delayed by a little bit. I'm warning you now. I also like how we have somebody in chat named Goomba Troomba, because I first read that as Goomba T Roomba. Like, oh,
Stomp on
exalted
Roomba.
it inside reference, but
I'm gonna have some
you know.
because it's cold.
So excited for the bombshells and the repository of secrets. I'm actually really interested in the repository of secrets for the PCs, but I'm going to give them the option for me not to listen.
Oh no, John.
But you are allowed to step away if you need to use the bathroom.
I'm definitely going to step away because
Yeah.
the thing is, with a marathon stream, normally I have to be here for the whole thing. I don't particularly want to eat directly in front of the microphone. So what we're going to be doing is the repository of secrets is going to allow the players a chance to eat and for me to eat because we won't necessarily have to be on mic. We can be present, but it means that I can kill somebody's mic while they're chewing so that you don't have to deal with it because that's not fun for anybody. What is the next tier?
I think 6.
Yeah, I'm checking because I'm actually really curious what
I
the
think
next.
the next one's.
Well,
I
the
think
next
that's
one is
costumes.
The next one is costumes, and then after costumes, I know what it is, but I want to see what it is after that. So let's see. It is. Oh yes. Okay. Excellent. And then that. Yep. And yep. Okay. Yep. Oh man, no, there's a lot of things.
Bowl
Who
of
the F?
green.
A bowl of green. That's also a good thing. Hey, look, at some point, that's going to be, completely decriminalized here. So, well, a bowl of green could mean a couple
Salad.
of things. It could mean a salad. It could mean that you're just sitting there just
Grapes.
eating money. But I'm willing to wager that it might be something else.
Liz and I are just making faces at each other.
Trying to figure out if you can hear this
Crayons.
bathroom. What are the chances?
No.
I'll chat. Sorry in advance.
Now, if you're having sonic digestive issues,
What are you? Yikes. Oh yes, no,
kale.
Don't worry,
I
there's-
did not read kale. I was like, what? You're
there's
stacking
no
on me?
judgment for
No,
the wacky tobacco around here.
except for John calling it that.
For the dank
Judgment
nugs.
towards him.
For the for the good kush. Anyway, I'm just a child. Apparently, is really what I'm hearing.
Mm-hmm.
Just a child. So for people who aren't
Rose
familiar,
with patches, Ross.
in our previous game, sorry, the repository of secrets is ROS. It's the repository of secrets.
Oh,
they're referring to.
RS. Okay, got it.
I'm so cool. So the repository of secrets actually debuted in our previous game in Exaltwitch, and it is a room in which you can enter, and in exchange for a secret, you can speak with anybody at any point in their lives. Now, I should warn you that this person is under no obligation to tell you the truth or to be cooperative, although the person will remain in a conversation with you. That is enough.
That's part of the deal.
Right, that's part of the deal. That they'll actually speak with you, but that they may choose to or not to tell you. And so what we've done for the previous marathon, we allowed the audience to ask the questions towards various NPCs, and the NPCs would answer. In this case, we're going to actually have 2 repository of secrets. They'll each last for 30 minutes, one of which will be with 5 NPCs. That's completely up to the top donators, who will get to choose who those 5 NPCs are and at what times. But everyone's allowed to suggest questions that can be asked. It is a conversation, so there will be some back and forth. For the PCs, you'll have the option of asking questions of Braum, Sophia, or Patches at any point in their lives. I should warn you that some points may not be that interesting. Asking Braum how he feels about being a Red Branch Knight 5 years ago won't do anything, because that just wasn't a part of his life. He has no memory of it.
Oops.
Braum.
So you'll have that opportunity, and you can jump back and forth in time if you need to. You will also have the opportunity of asking NPCs and PCs from both games, but I would recommend to keep a bunch of it towards this game, just because that'll be some interesting things. But if you have some questions, I'm sure you can toss them out there.
From a player perspective, mentioning the repository of secrets reminded me of the episode on Exaltwitch where we went to the repository of secrets, or where it was revealed to us, and memories just came flooding back, John. Like, I don't know if I ever actually watched the VOD, because we each took a turn. Each of the players took a turn in the repository of secrets, and the rest of us weren't allowed. We didn't watch. We weren't there. So there's something very exciting about it. So it's for those of you who didn't get to experience it. So
I'm reasonably sure that all 3 of you got teary-eyed at some point.
Aw. But
in that episode, I should look at that episode. That was an interesting time.
I want to watch episode 1 again.
I don't.
I don't know. It's just mostly for the cat knocking shit down.
The cat knocked the webcam over. That was
Do we ever
fun.
go back and watch? Well, Scott
Sometimes
does, because he writes the synopses, and he gets help sometimes, and so they
Yep.
do.
I have some favorite scenes that I do rewatch on occasion, because they just bring me joy.
The only times I've ever rewatched is when I've had to find information that I've planted that the players don't know about.
Right. That's fair.
But that doesn't mean that I won't. It's that I sometimes get intensely uncomfortable with watching myself. So.
I also, of course.
I think I did actually. I think I did after the game ended.
I don't remember doing it, Aragwen. Honestly, I may have, but I wouldn't remember at this point.
The repository of secrets is one of my favorite things. So
these are a few of my favorite things.
So I am curious, because the other thing is I know that what an audience is interested in asking isn't necessarily what a player character is interested in asking. So the fact that both of those got unlocked, I am very, very pleased about. I am especially pleased if we unlock those costumes. I should point out that costumes does not include me. I have too many characters to play, and I won't be able to swap back and forth.
Unless we get him 30 different hats.
I mean, if we get up to 2,000, then I will. I will hot swap all the costumes if we get up to 2K.
High five, Rocky.
Damn it, Crosshair! How did you know that? How did you know that quote? Where did it come from?
He's got a little notepad somewhere, I'm sure.
I need this.
Sparkly coconut bra. Jark's fancy bra.
I'm also going to point out that there are a couple of NPCs that I don't play. Unless we make arrangements, those NPCs may be inaccessible. Like I will not, and I will not speak on behalf of Kay.
Huh. Oh no.
I will not speak on behalf of Ware, and I won't speak on behalf of 10K. Now, that's up to you. You can try to convince Aragwen to let her in on that, but
or
you might have
get
to
her a plane
incentivize
ticket.
that.
No, I don't know. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
What if Aragwen buys her own repository of secrets conversation with herself? What happens? Is there a glitch in the Matrix?
She can just
What happened?
type questions and
Who
answer
watches
them
The
on
Watchmen?
voice.
I guess
Who
mostly what we're
watches
saying
The
is that
Watchmen?
I reserve the right, if I have to say that I won't have a certain character on, and that might be very simply because it's hard for us to do. But we'll see.
Tide's comeback story.
You can you can always ask Exquisite Tide
Okay.
things. She's
Team
there.
Tide.
She's around.
She's doing
But-
pretty well for
but
herself,
when
if I
are
recall
you
correctly.
asking Exquisite Tide is a very
It's a great
important
question, actually.
question.
I want to see peak madness Tide.
I don't. We saw her like,
I miss that lunatic.
yeah. those
You
were-
weren't alone in the house with her when you first met.
Yeah, she
Oh.
only did 9 points of damage
What
with
was
her
that? Yeah,
gore walls
it's
in
true.
Three
one
fights?
hit.
2 fights, 3 fights.
Yeah,
that was,
was rough.
man.
Well done. Good job, Joe.
Clap, 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 clap.
And we're not dead
Yep.
yet.
Could you meet with Pearl in mid-flight? You know what? Yeah, you could. But here's the thing: if you choose
I'm afraid I'm going to die.
if you choose to meet with Pearl in mid-flight, he might not be interested in answering a lot of your questions other than "Please help me not die," or "I guess this is it." So
Tell my wife
I wouldn't
love
put it
her.
past Crosshair to still do it.
Pearl.
but yeah, the top 5 donators get to pick the 5
Twilight.
NPCs.
Killed so many Twilights in that game.
Are we ready?
Not Twilights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you headed?
We're headed.
Are all 3 of you going?
I have not come downstairs yet because I didn't roll high enough, so I don't know
You
where
can
I am.
you can have
can
arrived
come
just after
before we leave.
Anyway, so as
Where are you guys going?
as Ramsey leaves, the Duke is just like, my stars, but like,
Oh my.
I don't think you have the wherewithal to notice that. So, and now you can arrive on the scene.
Where are you going?
Lauren.
What? What? Is she all right? What's wrong?
Her remembrance took her, led her to my old home. She's there now.
The home where your wife still lives.
Yes.
Uh,
We're leaving now. We're going to get her out
I'm
of
going
there.
with you.
Good.
Please
Yeah.
eat these donuts.
So the donuts are fine,
Yep.
They're okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Eat more.
but now your hands are like encrusted with like corn syrup. Oh, really?
No,
right
she's not
right
that
over
dirty.
Aristoica.
Glory to our gory to our psycho.
Gory.
No, I'll probably like rub my hands off on a towel or paper towel or in the bar sink. Psh.
So Ramsia comes back and she now has her purse.
Oh, you wanted to join us. I thought you needed that for the tea party.
No, I feel responsible. I did accompany her here.
You're
Makes sense
welcome
for
to
her to
join
come with
us,
us.
but if you wanted to have your tea party, you don't have to.
Unless this is a private matter.
leave. She barely knows.
I wouldn't want to intrude.
All right. She has plenty of
Private
time to
only
speak to
between
him.
myself and another individual who is unfortunately no longer here. So no.
I would be happy to remain here if that would be better for you.
Ramsia, please. Come with us. As Ramsia, please.
I was a little bit like, is that what you mean? Like, are we
What are we doing here? Come with. But know, of course, that I will ask everyone to please remain outside until I've procured Lauren from the house.
Of
You let me
course.
know if you need me to talk to any of the other house occupants.
Or
if you need
me
Sophia to talk to any of the house
other
occupants. I'll stay in the car unless you yell for me.
Right.
To the car.
Let's go. They live in Beaconsfield.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So
Sorry.
Beaconsfield, for you guys to know, is about
Not
a
on
30-minute drive from where they are. Well, 20 minutes.
Zoom way, depending on traffic.
Well,
which-
now with traffic,
Oh.
it's like 30.
it's June
40.
3rd. It's a
Yeah,
Sunday.
it's
Oh,
fine.
yeah.
Yeah. No.
I read while Braum distracts his sex, and I'm like, I've never seen Braum do that, but now I Definitely. want to see
Challenge
it.
accepted. Do
Beaconsfield
I
is a
regain
kind of
willpower?
trashy suburb. So, Captain Daff, I have a lot of
boy.
experience with places named Beaconsfield, and none of them have been trashy. So, I'm actually really kind of amused by that. I spent a lot of time in Beaconsfield, more time than I care to admit. Anyway,
We're driving there.
Yep.
I'm going to instruct Patches to park perhaps on the street a couple of houses away. I don't need to frighten anybody.
Sure.
The car full of strangers.
Braum,
What?
if Claire's there,
Yes.
what is Lauren to you?
I want to be honest, but of course I can't be.
You certainly can't be.
Niece? A friend's niece? Your niece?
She can be my niece.
Why is she there?
I don't know.
Because she remembers the memory that we walked through.
I don't want to have to be cruel, but I think it will be important
To be firm.
to be firm and to tell anyone who asks that Lauren is unfortunately obsessed with me and my home, and that is why she's there. I don't know what else to do, Lady Sophia. I'm not sure what I would say. Oh, I know this woman in passing, and she has a connection to me. What
Child.
child?
she's
Teenager.
like 18.
Teenager.
Essentially a child.
Yeah.
16? Did I say 16 or 18?
I think you
Or
said
17 or something.
almost. You said
Yeah,
18.
I think she's almost.
I think
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember almost.
Or
18,
technically
so
legal or
17.
something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Braum.
Why is my character terrifying?
So, what are you doing?
Because I'm scared I got it.
Ramsey is very content to wait in the car. Just pokes her head out the window.
Look, unless anybody wants to try to sneak into my ex-wife's home,
No, I think
that's
it's
a
fine for you to
terrible idea.
show up and make whatever apologies are necessary. Maybe you'll get really lucky and everyone went out for a Sunday brunch and she'll have snuck in on her own and you won't have to explain
Okay.
anything.
Your
Sorry.
pen snapping is popping the mic.
Occupy. Channel the character's internal stress elsewise.
yes, I think that's what we're going to do. If
She goes off her kilt. No.
what?
Nope. Sophia will come to the rescue.
Sophia's just like,
You call for
it's
help
just like,
if
what?
you
And then they just
need
sneak
me.
out the back.
But I'm just gonna stay in the car. I'll stay in sight.
If
Of
there's
the
a
window?
problem, we'll just figure it out.
Patches, how much drive do you have?
2, I think.
Yeah, Patches is an excellent driver. You have to assume that most people in the world of darkness actually have a drive of 0.
As in, they have to be like focused on it
Yeah.
to do it
Also-
quite well. To do it well, I guess.
Yeah.
Or they're
You don't need to have drive to have a driver's license.
It's also a surprisingly simple drive. There's like 2 or 3 turns to get on the highway, and then it's down the highway until you're near the neighborhood.
I'm gonna instruct Patches to pull onto the into the suburb and park a few houses down
Okay.
on the street, as is legal.
Okay. Well, in
Except between,
Beaconsfield,
like,
it's not-
3
it's
to
not
5
Yeah,
a.m..
it's not legal to park in the streets between 3 and 5 a.m. in Beaconsfield.
Like most
Lucky for
suburbs.
us, it's not between 3 and 5 a.m. So.
Okay, that window over there with the beige-ish curtains, that's the one I'm going to be looking for if you need me. Poke your head out there and wave at the car.
All right.
Or, like, flail as someone's attacking you, but I assume it's not that kind of emergency.
I don't think so either. I really thought I got through to her yesterday. I'm sorry that we're here.
We're
It's
here
all
for
right,
you.
Braum.
We're here for her.
It's a difficult situation.
I have to tell you, in hindsight, I feel bad, but I asked Ramsia if there was some way of repressing her remembrance. It was a moment of weakness. I thought
Are you
it
saying
would-
this in front of Ramsio?
these Yes, I am.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Just
Oh,
asking.
Ramsia, you're still here. Oh, I see. No, I thought it would be easier for everyone.
Remembrance is something we should be happy about. It enriches our lives. It doesn't lessen them.
I know.
So there's a solution, and it's not that.
I
Wrong.
think
Are you
can be
all right, Braum?
complicated.
Yeah, I'm gonna sneeze.
Of course it can, but that's life.
Do you believe that it is better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all?
Of course.
The love that Lauren feels for you may be colored by her past and her remembrance. But I can think of no greater person for her to love. And if you can transform that love into a deep bond of friendship, will it not enrich you both?
I just wish there was a way of doing that that was straightforward.
Learn to enjoy the challenges in your life, Braum.
I do.
There's one waiting for you up there. I should also point out that she's been waiting there for at least 30 minutes.
At least.
There
20.
is. So this is an apartment building. There aren't many in Beaconsfield, but there are some. And this is one. There's a few units in there. There's a garage underneath the building itself, so it's not like you can see, oh, there's her car, she must be home, or anything like that. But you do know the code to get into the building.
All right.
You did used to live here, after all.
And they never changed
I
those
assume
things.
Oh, God,
like
they never
visit to
do.
pick up your kids and stuff as
Yeah, yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Do you remember your children's names?
Yes, I do actually.
Thank
well,
God.
I mean, I remember the one that I've like named several times, but yes, I do remember. the
Jorik
children's names.
and Braum
Jorik
Jr.
and Braum
Bromley.
Junior. Bromling.
I mean, I understand why you saddled my brother with the stupid name because he's Braum Jr., but who the fuck is a Jorik?
You shut your mouth, Jorik. You shut it good. Oh, God.
No fancy shirts for Christmas.
But I love my fancy shirts, Father.
Aww.
I'm going to buzz myself in and head upstairs. Yep. That's the ticket.
So you buzz yourself in and you head upstairs. You know that there's a way to get into the apartment ever since Clara locked herself out one day.
Oof.
There's a key that she hides on the door sill up top.
Before I grab it, I want to check. First of all, is the door open or unlocked?
It is locked.
Okay. Is the key where I expect it to be?
No.
I'd like to search for it, perhaps under the doormat, or perhaps it's in the goddamn apartment
Perhaps
with
Lauren.
with Lauren.
All right, so you...
But I'm gonna search.
You know what? Roll me...
Yes.
Roll me your
Detective
perception
Braum.
investigation.
Oh, I'll take it. I'll take it. Maybe if I look really hard, it'll be here.
Sounds like
I've done
Brom.
that more than once.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, for sure.
It's like maybe if I just look more frantically, it'll turn up.
Yep.
And it's the first place
successes?
you looked,
There's
or it's
no
not
key.
there.
However, you do notice that on the rest of the door sill above,
Sorry.
there's dust except for where you looked. So
Okay.
there was a key there.
And someone knew to get it.
Potentially, yes.
Oh boy. Door's locked. I don't want to force it right away. What floor are we on, John?
You're on the 3rd floor.
Would it be possible to access the fire escape
Yes.
from the side of the building?
I mean, or you could knock on the door.
I mean, I could. I really want to jump in and go, boo.
Boo.
No, you make a good point. I figured, I pressed my ear to the door first. Can I hear anything?
No.
no fire alarms or whatever. So
sorry.
yeah.
Yeah. You hear a shower.
Okay. Still.
Patches, your phone rings.
ID.
It is Cog.
Cog.
Hey, what's up?
Hi. I've come up with another design. But I'm having trouble finding a way to keep it powered without increasing the weight so much that it's going to cause too much.
I want to give you appropriate attention for this, and unfortunately now, as seems to always fucking happen, things are a little tense. It's nothing life-threatening, just a little complicated. You're welcome to head over to the Spark. We'll hopefully be there within an hour, unless this takes longer than I think. But Sister's there, if he's been at all nice and helpful to you.
He
He's been in a
scares
good
me.
mood. He's been in a good mood lately. Or you can wait, and I'll shoot you a text when we're headed back.
Okay.
Is everything else okay otherwise?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Take care. I'll be in touch.
You take care too.
Sorry.
Give that man
Click.
an Emmy.
Cut to a shot of Cog's bedroom. He hangs up the phone and puts it down on a nightstand. He looks over at the drafting table that his parents gave him after he begged for it. He hangs his head.
Oh. Oh. No.
Da-na-na.
Oh no.
Rather than ignoring the fuck out of him, I don't shelter people from the harsh truths of life.
Sophia?
It's fair, dude.
I'm still in the car.
All right.
I'm just
I don't
looking
need
at the
to.
window.
Braum,
Yes.
what are you doing? The shower immediately turns off.
Deep breaths.
There's no answer.
A harder knock.
There's still no answer, but you get a text message. It's from Lauren, and is it you?
And I say aloud, of course it is. I said I was on my way.
She opens the door. She is still clothed, but she is soaking wet.
She's dripping all over the floor.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Like all over the floor. Ask me if the floor is carpeted.
Is my old home carpeted?
Yes.
Oh my god! No!
It's an apartment, and they've been there for a while. Of course, it used to be carpeted, and they wouldn't have renovated it.
And that's true. That's a good point.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Okay.
C'est pas bon.
Oh. Well, that's fucking tragedy.
My old apartment was carpeted.
I know. I'm sorry. No, I'm kidding.
She is smiling.
I just want to reach out and touch her arm. She's clothed, probably. Does she feel warm or cool?
The water on her is so cold.
She does like the cold. It's true.
Doesn't bother me anyhow.
Would you like some tea?
Yeah, I would.
Why don't...
Do you still live here?
No.
I didn't think you did. That means we probably shouldn't be here, huh?
On the cock thing.
Yeah.
But we're changelings. We can do what we
No, I
want.
filled you in on the cock thing since you're in the car with me.
Yes and no, Lauren. Yes and no.
Well, what's the worst thing that can happen? If somebody shows up, we just turn invisible and we walk out of here. No harm. But I can remember so much. And then she takes
Oh, boy.
Braum's hand
Yeah.
and pulls him over to the bathroom. I remember you stood right here, and I remember how much it stung, but that it was like a good sting, and the cold overwhelmed the pain, and it just melted away. And I remember how your voice sounded.
Lauren,
Yeah.
show me how you would turn invisible. If you had to, right now.
Okay. And she like straightens her wet clothes
Oh
a bit.
my god.
Well, if I had to turn invisible, I would have to do something a bit drastic, right?
Mm-hmm. Maybe you don't have to show me then. Just, you know it's an option.
Yeah. Yeah, of course it is. I've always been able to go invisible when I needed to.
Always.
Yeah. Since I got this, and shows the code around her waist.
Why don't you have a seat? And I motion to the edge of the tub,
Yep.
I guess.
She sits down.
and then I step out to put on the water for the tea.
Okay.
And I take out 2 mugs.
Okay.
And I find some tea bags,
Okay.
if there are any.
Yeah.
And I try not to cry.
Okay.
And then I go back to the bathroom while the water is boiling.
I lie down. I try not to cry. I cry a lot.
Step 3, I cry a lot.
Question.
Um,
Amazing question.
I'm going to ask for the 2 of you to roll me 1 die. If either of you rolls a 1, let me know.
No.
Great. Okay.
gonna
So
be
you get the
good.
tea.
Great. Well, I start the water, but I go back to her while it's boiling. Lauren, I don't want to seem like an I don't know, like an old man or like a teacher.
I don't think I could ever see you like that.
That's not what I mean.
Okay.
I just mean that I don't want to seem like I know everything about the world and you know nothing. That's not true. Of course not. But who we are, we exist in 2 places at once. I know you know that feeling.
Like how I'm a different person when I'm in the ocean, when I'm surfing.
Exactly.
Okay.
That feeling of magic. But then there's the other feeling too. Right? When you're not in the ocean, when you're not in the cold.
Patches, you get a image message,
Uh-huh.
and it's his schematics
Sweetheart.
for his Skeg 2.
Sophia, keep your eye on the window. Let me know if anything happens.
Mm-hmm.
Beep, beep, boop, beep, boop. When we are not in the ocean, that other feeling, you can feel it, I think. There's a pull. The rest of the world, it wants you.
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly it. I feel like I've been unlocked. I feel like this place unlocks me.
Lauren,
Yeah?
tread a very... We tread a very fine line here.
Yeah?
We need to be both in our world unlocked, but also we need to maintain the real world too. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, everybody keeps making a big deal over the fact that we have to make sure that we live on both sides. Because otherwise we could go crazy.
So you understand.
Yeah, I do.
You said there would be no consequences. Well, you implied that there would be no consequences. If someone were to walk in, it would be fine. We would just go invisible.
Yeah.
Trust me when I say this, Lauren. There are consequences for the things that you do.
Not here. I've been careful.
How have you been careful?
I'm not leaving any fingerprints anywhere. I'm not moving anybody's stuff. Water dries.
It only dries if you give it time to dry. Lauren, where's the key?
Oh, it's in my pocket. I remembered where you told me it was.
Consequences can be
I love that we're both doing the same thing.
consequences can be otherwise as well, Lauren. For example, I want us to have a relationship. You and I.
Really?
No, Lauren. What I mean is you and I
Yeah?
as people who know each other through someone else to become friends. Like I told you,
Then why aren't we here? Why aren't we exploring our past?
it's not our past, Lauren.
It's so real to me.
I know. And it is real to me.
But you're saying it's not?
No, Lauren, it is. It is real. It's just not.
Then stay with me here.
No. What if I told you I wanted us to make new memories together?
Okay.
You with my friends, the Motley. Exploring new places here in Cross's Shadow, across the kingdom of Northern Ice.
Just not the memories that I want.
I want you to be happy, but
I understand. A lot of what people have been telling me recently is that they want things for me. But
all right,
she
Lauren.
puts her tea cup
Right.
down. We should go.
I take the
Okay.
tea mugs and wash them out.
All right. A car pulls into the garage.
Sorry, Scott.
That's fine.
And when you see her, she undoes her seal coat and just throws it over her shoulder.
I'd like perception alertness to see if there is a woman with two like youngish, teenage-ish boys.
It
And-
is a woman, but there are no boys.
Did we ever see Claire in the memories?
So we definitely saw her in the video with Braum that was playing on loop in the bad part
Yeah,
of his
but-
brain.
Oh yeah.
So
That
we
was
saw her
kind of
then
like in
for
silhouette,
sure.
though, hey?
Roll me a wits alertness then, please.
While they're rolling, I'm just gonna say, fine, Lauren, tell me what it is that you really want. What is your perfect world?
Where no one would have to ask me that question. And she opens the door, and you can feel the banality just rolling off her as she closes it behind her.
Oh no.
Claire has pulled into the building.
I'm going to call Braum.
Okay, so you hear the door close, and then...
My phone?
Yep.
Okay. And then something explodes. Yes.
I think your wife just drove in.
All right.
Woman driving an XYZ car.
We're leaving. That's her favorite model. Sorry.
Examine your zipper car.
Not to be confused with zip cars.
Zip cars! We were just leaving. I'll bring her down. Thank you. Click. And take the key. I hopefully washed the mugs. And then I leave and I lock the door and I leave it on the top.
I want you to roll me your dexterity etiquette.
Yes! Oh, shit! To wash it really fast? I love
And
it.
knowing where to put it back.
That's... You know what? Let's do it. It's a really good pool. He
I know
says,
you have a decent dexterity etiquette pool, too.
about to botch, probably.
Difficulty is 7, because you are a little pressed for time.
I'll take 2 successes, Alex.
Okay. You managed to get everything back in order. You can't replace the tea bags. They're gone. Do you, swallow them to preserve the evidence?
I'm not a spy. It's
There's
fine.
no way they can know.
lock the door, put the key back, and then I'm going to try to grab. I'm going to try to hustle Lauren out downstairs.
When you walk out, you don't see her.
Well, it's a hallway, right?
Yeah.
There's only 2 ways to go.
Yeah.
Do they both lead to stairwells or elevators?
There's one elevator in this building, and there's a stairwell.
I head for the stairwell.
Okay. You don't hear or see anyone in it.
Fuck me. I run back the other way towards the elevator.
You press the elevator button.
Sure.
Cool. The door opens up.
Yep.
And there's Claire.
Hey, what's up?
What are you two doing?
Watching the window.
We can't even get into the building. Even if we wanted to, we couldn't.
You could blow it up. The door.
All right, I light the building on fire and hope for the best, I
Classic,
guess.
Sophia.
I have responded to Cog and had sent him like a bring this, that, and the other thing.
Oh, so at least the schematics are
Can
moving
I
along well.
get a wits alertness from the two of you at a difficulty of 8?
Oh,
Alerters.
It's not Claire. It's a perfect facsimile designed to look like her, but actually a killing machine from the future.
holy shit.
All right. You notice that down the block, Lauren is just walking. She's headed towards Balzudak.
Point, Sophia. Could you go grab her? I'm going to call Braum again.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to get out of the car and... Ramsia.
Braum.
Hello.
Hi.
I feel very foolish.
Your phone rings.
I don't answer it. Sorry.
You're vibrating.
Yes. Well, I don't want to be rude. Will you excuse me just a...
Yes.
Hello.
She's walking towards Lakeshore. I'm at the car. Sophia's going after her.
She could be getting on the 211.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, so she'll go like...
Or there's a couple of other buses that now run along there. Anyway, yeah.
Most of the 211.
211.
And then you hang up?
I mean, if you don't respond.
No, I'm not going to respond. I think I said,
Click.
or, oh, probably.
So,
I just feel a bit foolish. I came here to drop something off for Aiden, and I forgot it. Came all the way up here. I thought it was in my pocket. I know, John. I know. Make me roll it. I feel
charisma subterfuge.
I feel like a junk.
Spend the willpower.
No.
I lied. Manipulation subterfuge.
For
Yes.
the love of
No, I
God.
don't want to.
Your difficulty is 7.
I really
because
don't want
she's
to.
your ex-wife.
Really don't want to lie to my ex-wife. May I spend a point of willpower on
Yeah,
this
you
roll?
can. How much banality are you currently running?
9.
Oh,
Like.
Yeah, in the tick
Knock
boxes.
that down to 8, because I assume that you've gained at least 1 point of glamour, and you probably don't want to be
Oh.
sitting at that.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you. Yes, of course. Right. I got a success for my willpower
Okay.
and a 1 here.
So that's
So
a
it's a fail, yeah. Am I glad I spent willpower?
So here's the entirety of her response.
Yeah, I know.
With the lies again. The sneaking around. I don't know you. What are you doing here?
You're going to be upset.
No. I am upset. This is just going to make it worse. Go ahead.
I don't want to be patronizing, but would you like to sit down?
Fine. Fine.
I'm really hoping she just sits down in the hallway.
No, she
No,
just
okay.
leans against
Okay.
the wall. She stepped out of the elevator, Grubermensch.
Okay.
Yeah, tell me.
Shit.
I stick my hand in, closes on my hand.
Rips it off.
The door breaks.
Oh. This is going to be hard to explain. Look, this is a bit distressing for me too, which is why I didn't want to burden you with it. My friend's niece has taken a bit of a shine to me. She found out where I used to live, and I thought she may have come here. I was worried for your safety and for the safety of our children.
Okay, now roll me charisma subterfuge. I know you're telling the truth.
It's mostly the truth.
I know.
Lauren is her
But
niece.
she believes you're lying. So,
Fair.
roll.
Willpower? Question mark?
Okay.
Yeah? Okay.
Sorry, Kate?
Because technically she is a friend's niece.
Oh, no. It's
Yeah.
the
Oh,
thing
they're
is
more
sometimes
than
subterfuge is
friends.
used to show that you're telling the truth.
Yeah, totally.
I got 2 successes.
Who is she?
She's honestly
How old is your friend's niece?
18.
Jesus.
I'm sure this is apparent, but this is not a romantic relationship.
Get it handled, Braum. I don't want her kids exposed to that.
I will. You know I will. And I won't sneak around anymore. You'll hear me coming before you see me. How's that?
I want you, Braum, to roll me wits empathy at a difficulty of 6.
4 successes.
Claire is carrying a camera bag on her hip. You do not know her to be a photographer. She's never shown any kind of interest in that sort of thing before. But this is very distinctly a camera bag. It's not like a bag that you could put a camera in. Like, it is a camera bag. It's got Canon written on it.
Yeah. And if anyone from Canon is...
Hello.
We'll do sponsorships.
Claire, what's... You've taken up a new hobby.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just out taking a few shots along the lakeshore.
How did they turn out?
I don't know. I just took them.
Oh, film.
No, I like looking at them on a screen instead of the tiny little...
That's why...
Just take care of it, okay?
May I see them?
Charisma. Empathy. Difficulty is 8. I'll send you a couple.
All right. I would like that.
And she heads off to her.
I have a question. Not for her. Something to perceive. When she, like... Okay, this is going to be really hard to judge. But when she picks up the camera bag, does it appear to be of a heft that a camera bag might be? Is it extra light or extra heavy?
No,
Is
it's got
obvious?
a severed head in it.
Or she's
You know what
smuggling
I mean? Like if it was, I don't know. I don't know, man.
all that cocaine.
Drugs.
With the number of successes that you have no reason to believe that there isn't a camera. in
Okay,
there.
that's fair.
But there is
Camera
another
stuffed with
man.
drugs.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
and a camera
He's
stuffed with
tiny.
drugs.
Drug camera.
Lens made
What's the
of-
weirdest part about working in a sex shop? I don't know. There's this woman who comes in, but she insists on bringing a camera bag to take away all of her purchases.
That's odd.
That's odd.
I am leaving the building.
All right. Sophia.
Well, myself and hopefully Ramsia are following Lauren.
Oof, that went badly.
It just takes a little bit of speed walking to get up. You both are much taller than she is.
Lauren,
I don't want to hear it right now.
Well, you're going to have to.
No. You know what? No. And she stops and she turns around. I am so tired of everybody telling me what to do.
Lauren, what do you want?
I want to know more about this other person I am.
It's not another person you are.
No?
This is a life you used to lead. But now you're you. I want to know what you want, independent of Kay and independent of Braum. What do you want?
I want to know more about my aunt.
That is not independent of her. What do you want?
That's what I want. Because I had one day where I was just a normal person, and then one day where I was very much the least normal person I knew. And more than that, I have somebody else that I can remember. No one told me anything about that. Nobody's been able to tell me how to handle that. So if you ask me what I want, that's what I want. I want to know who I am now. And I want to know what I can about all of these feelings that I have inside me as a result. But every time that I do, I see him and I can see the sadness in his eyes. And I realize that when he looks at me, it's causing him more pain than anything else. Maybe it's because I remind him of his dead wife. Maybe it's because he knows that I'm never going to be able to be like her.
You shouldn't be trying to be like her.
She was amazing.
So are you. Why don't you believe that, Lauren?
Because the most impressive thing I've ever done is manage to stay on my surfboard for longer than 20 seconds. And she's saved lives. She has ridden on the backs of fantastic beasts so that she could jump without a parachute onto a building.
You're a lot younger than she was, Lauren.
Yeah, well,
Your life has barely begun.
I guess I just don't have time to grow up.
What does that mean? You're holding yourself to some ridiculous standard that nobody has imposed on you but you.
So I can't make the mistakes of my childhood, and I can't be the adult that I want to be. That's who I am now.
If you could speak to your aunt, would that make a difference?
Ooh. I don't know. Ramsey, by the way, is present for this conversation, but she's not saying anything.
It wouldn't be her entirely, but it would be her remembered by the person who loved her the best. And I think that is who you're trying to connect with.
Yeah.
So if I can bring you to speak with her, will you promise to at least try to find out what your own path is?
I want you to roll me your charisma. Leadership.
Liz, that was great. It's a great idea.
Thank you.
I wish I could have said that.
This is my silver-tonguedness come into play.
Oh, yes.
Fabulous, and I'm going to spend a point of willpower as well.
18 successes. 0 success.
8.
Whenever you want. I'm ready.
I look at Ramsia. How about tonight?
Tomorrow night.
Lauren,
It's only because I want you to have the chance to relax before this happens. Put your best face forward. And I want to make sure that the person whose dreams you're entering is okay with it as well.
Of course. Do you promise you won't run off before then? Any place you want to see,
If you'll give me this opportunity, I swear I won't.
just ask us.
And Braum's like, contract!
Contract! From down the street. Yeah, for sure.
So,
He's a wilder now. I don't know what to tell you.
okay. Patches. You get another image. And it's a schematic that is like entirely different from the one that you just sent.
Oh, boy.
But it incorporates some interesting ideas. But clearly he's not settled on anything.
Bring schematics. We have to pick something before we start building. Should be heading back. Lunch at Spark? Question mark.
Checks progress of conversation. Sees a lot of
Lauren,
gesticulating.
after about 10 seconds after she swears that oath, just like flings herself into a hug.
Oh.
She is also still like damp.
Very cold, probably.
This and the bad donuts. Na.
Little Sophia's
Sophia's mediocre day.
mediocre day.
Sophia's like, this is like an 8 out of 10.
Changed her goddamn life, and it's an 8. Jesus.
The ride home. Yeah? Do you have something you want?
I mean, I want to pile us into the car
Yeah.
once we're rolling. And her seatbelt is buckled,
Yeah.
and the child safety locks are on. I'm going to
Nice.
flip the rear view mirror, look her dead in the eye. Kid, you can run away. You can do whatever you need to do. I know you're technically an adult, but life is still really fucking complicated. But you break into someone's house again, and there will be serious repercussions. You understand me? That's illegal. That is illegal.
Oh, Mama Patches.
It's a really fucking
Roll
Flip.
me,
It's a really fucking quiet.
roll me your charisma leadership.
Quiet drive home, guys.
Oh, and damp, too.
Yeah.
And Braum's like,
Okay, well, I'm sitting in the front.
what the fuck? You putting me in the back?
No, you're riding on the roof.
I did not get a success.
So she says, fuck you.
She just sullenly pulls her head in and crosses her arms.
Bad patches.
Oh, I see.
The drive home is relatively quiet. I assume. You're sitting in the front?
No.
I would probably
Braum
let
takes up all
Braum
the
be in the
space. He should be in the
shotgun.
front. I'm not happy
We
about it.
fit in a car anyway, so.
Oh no, you fit in a car, right? Remember that
Like Mr.
this
Bean.
version of Changeling, it's
Right.
about like
Oh, right.
Yeah.
intention. You fit in the car, but it would still be natural to be like, let him sit in the front seat.
Yeah.
God damn
It's a
it.
big dude.
Yes, weirdness. That's exactly it.
Teenage mode.
Patches has successfully managed to activate teenager mode.
It's okay, she just did a really teenager fucking thing. She deserves to be set into teenager mode.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get back, she immediately heads off to her room, and Ramsia stands there and she looks at the three of you and just clasps her hands in front of her. Thank you.
I don't know why you're thanking us.
I was impossible when I was her age. I only wish that people would have treated me the way that you did.
We were all teenagers once. Hopefully we remember those.
Kyoko, sitting in the exhaust, raises her hand. I was never a teenager.
I know, because you haven't reached that age yet.
Wait a minute.
And then she just turns and she looks at Braum. I've never wanted you more than I ever have right here, right now.
Braum, before we go any further...
Lauren's gone, by the way. Lauren,
Okay.
she's straight up gone.
Okay, good.
Braum, I
Just
promised
like-
her she could speak to Kay in your dream. Okay, thanks.
It's better to ask for forgiveness than permission, I suppose.
She wants to know her. This was the best compromise I could think of.
That makes sense. I was hoping to avoid showing her any of our shared past, but I suppose that is inevitable.
Can't hide the truth forever, and she'll keep remembering.
The door to the other elevator, the door that goes down to the workshop, it opens up and Cog steps out and he's carrying like a bundle of blueprints on him, but it's like too much and it's like over his head and he's constantly sort of like jostling and adjusting. And then he sees that you've... Oh, hi!
Hi, Cog.
The sister kicked me out of the workshop and said I had to wait for you to come back because he wasn't ready to deal with all of this.
Seem to have brought a lot. Guys, I'll be in the workshop if you need me.
Thank you, Patches.
Thank you
Rob?
for driving. And for being there for us.
Well, look, I got all, so here are the two that I sent you, and then I thought maybe we could try something else over here, and I thought maybe it might work out better if maybe I just showed all of them to you, and you could tell me which one you liked the best.
I
because I really
definitely
want to make
think
sure that what we
that
build
we
together
need
is
to
a
pick
good.
one, because having 7 plans is a great way to have a skag that runs into people's feet. And that's fine.
I like
that was
that
Skag
about him.
V1.
Oh.
Skag V2 can have a setting where he runs into people's feet. But if there are times when you need him not to.
Feels weird to be able to rebuild your own friend and make him better than he was before.
Make him stronger, better, faster than before.
What's that from? It's a $6 million man.
I know.
But fucking kids, right?
I mean, I guess it's a show before my time, so why would you remember it?
It's pop culture.
Yeah.
The show was before all of our time.
Yeah.
Truth.
So I guess I'm gonna take him, maybe not for, maybe I'll take him downstairs, but to the area outside the workshop
Okay.
before we bother sister again.
Braum?
I tell Kyoko what happened because we didn't really tell her what was going on.
Well, she was busy.
Yeah, it's true.
Sister had me work with Incisor to make sure that our security was a bit more up to snuff. We've done a complete flush of the system. I have to imagine there's no way for anybody to constantly observe us any longer.
That's good. Honestly, we should have taken those precautions before. But
We did. He's asked again. We did it again. It was completely useless.
Right.
Are you okay?
No, but I will
Then
be.
Sit down. And let's make sure that you're okay.
Thump.
Because in here, you get to be the person who's important. And I know that you try throwing yourself into any situation where you are not the one who is important, but that everyone else is more important than you. Not in here. You get to tie.
Well, there's only 2 of us.
That makes ties ridiculously easy.
That's true. It does.
It would be easier if I was a beagle puka, and then there would be more ties. But I urge you not to think about that too much. What's the problem?
Braum's like literally trying to puzzle out beagle puka and ties and like all the, like he's just like, what's understand what you're. Nothing is the problem, Lady Kyoko. Lauren will be. Lady Sophia has sworn to her to show her, to have her meet Kay. In my dream. My version of her, I suppose.
It will be your version of her. There are others who knew her as well. You don't need to be put through this if you don't want to.
I think it makes the most sense. But maybe she could meet every version of Kay that exists. Hmm?
That'd be a lot to ask of an neuromancer. Maybe even one who needs a lot of practice.
I was going to say, wasn't she studying? I think that's what you have to do. Practice makes perfect and all that.
Patches, I want you to roll me intelligence crafts. Difficulty is 5.
Does this involve mechanisms?
No.
One success.
Yuck.
So in looking over Cog's plans, there isn't one that stands out any more than the other as like the best one, but he does have some really interesting ideas. It's clear that he is a knocker.
Yeah.
And that he's got like that sort of jump that he can make in his mind to the next level, to the next step. But he's missing a lot of basic stuff. Like he built Skag. Skag worked. But like he's jury rigging a lot when he doesn't need to. And he's taking weird shortcuts, even though there's definitely better ways of doing things.
So I'm gonna try to look at, some of the similarities. I sort of assume they all have wheels, and I'm gonna sort of take like, okay, let's just focus on the wheels and figure out the best way to make his wheels. And talk him through things that, he's done with the various plans to try to
as you're
streamline
helping
him.
At one point he stops and Patches? Thank you.
For
Following through on your promises.
whenever I can. If I make a promise, I mean it. And if I have to delay it, I don't like it. Sometimes runaway break-ins take precedence over Skag.
Do you think it's going to work out?
I think we can figure out a Skag V2, and Skag V2 doesn't have to be the last version.
Is it weird that, I'm making a friend of mine and then I'm just going to be like, well, I could probably make you better. And like, is that
That's
like
a
killing
knocker.
your friend and remaking it?
That's being a knocker. If your friend is a machine, if your friend is something that you have crafted, you're always going to want to help your friends be stronger and better. You always want to help your friends, don't you?
Patches, your phone rings.
I answer my phone. I don't know. I was looking at my desk. It's like, what dice do I use to answer my phone?
It is not a number that you
Dexterity
recognize.
technology.
But
But
it is. Let's see.
and this may be one of those times where I have to put something ahead of Skag. Say I.
Staring at the area code.
Waiting for
The-
my screen to turn on.
The number is a. It's a 581 area code.
North America. Hello?
I don't mean to be like, there we go. Is this Patches?
Speaking.
I made a suit for you once.
Taylor. Yes?
I would really like a chance to meet with you.
Of your own volition? Or did someone suggest this?
It's safe to say that reactions are divided up here.
Alone? Or can I bring my friends? They sure liked you.
I will be alone. I ask nothing of you.
Do you know of Taylor's Bar, or do you have another place in mind?
I will head there. I will meet you there in 3 days' time.
Be safe.
And you. Click.
Spooky.
Well, we can keep working on Skag today, but I can't help you on Wednesday, but that's okay because it's school night.
Okay, that's fine. Just wanted a chance to... Sophia. Whoop, wrong thing. Boop.
The only thing I have to do is check to see if Marnie has gotten back to me about the
Not yet.
owner of the dragon
Well,
sanctuary.
she says, I've reached out, but...
Okay. Great.
It's time for your second lesson.
What does it involve?
You're going to see if you can find that secret of mine. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
It's not a secret that I mind you knowing, but I want you to be able to learn how to move through a dream to where somebody may not want you to go.
I welcome the challenge.
I'm going to take a nap. Would that be all right?
Absolutely.
When you return, you're on the beach again. This time, instead of a playground with swing sets and slides and all that, there's a boardwalk extending into the swimming pool. And Ramsey is there, just leaning out, looking over the ocean, as it were, and across the ocean is an amusement park, but like a quaint, like little touring carnival type amusement park, not like a Six Flags or whatever.
Okay. So I wanna go and lean next to her on
Okay.
the pier and just try to eye where she's looking, I guess, like follow her gaze.
She's looking off into the twin sunset.
What's behind us?
Night.
Okay.
The ocean seems to extend there forever. And you can see a big, meaty moon just like hanging there. Like, you know, like how in television and movies and stuff like that, the moon's way too big because
Yeah.
it looks more like it's like that.
So there's ocean. Is there ocean on both sides? And there's two suns
So
on one
the
side.
ocean
and
that's
the
on her
ocean-
side that she's looking out like is relatively short.
Okay.
The ocean behind you seems infinite.
I want to go over to the infinite ocean.
Okay.
And see if I can walk on that too.
It's a little harder, but yeah, you can stand on it.
Okay.
It just doesn't seem as stable.
I want to keep walking further out towards the moon.
I've been that way.
I haven't.
There's nothing there. I've tried.
I'd like to see for myself.
that's okay.
I love the moon.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
So you still walking?
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to roll me perception enigmas.
Ooh.
I'm going to spend a willpower.
I have a lot of willpower today, man.
It's 2 successes.
Okay. As you're walking towards the moon, the water is definitely, it's not unpleasant. Like, it's not rough seas, but it's definitely got more of like a undulation to it. So walking here is not as easy as just walking across a plain sheet of glass. But you notice that when you look down, I mean, the moonlight is spreading across, right? But when you look down, the reflection in the water isn't of you.
What is it of?
It's of someone else, but it's not clear. It's you just know instinctively that instead of you walking on the water, you are actually walking on someone else's footprints as they are walking in exact sync with yours.
That's fucking sick.
Okay, so is this a path that I can follow then?
No, this person seems to stop when you stop.
So scary.
So cool. Okay, so I'd like to stop and crouch down to the water and reach
Okay.
my hand down to the other person.
When you reach your hand down and you touch the surface of the water, it dissipates and you just
Ooh.
crash into the water itself. Do you have at least athletics 1?
I have athletics too.
Then you can easily swim.
Fabulous.
I like the idea of Sophia falling into the water going, ooh.
Yep.
Good to know.
Okay, so when I'm in there, if I were to duck below the surface, can I see anything?
It's very dark. There's no light that's really penetrating below the water level. You can feel the currents of water around you, and then when you surface, you're next to the boardwalk again.
Okay. So it's
And
like
then you see Ramsey
back.
still looking out
Okay.
across, but it's not like you see that the fact that the suns are setting and that she's now backlit by the moon, just like she looks, instead of wearing like the colors that she was before, she just looks like she's just wearing white, along with her hair and her.
I want to take steps onto the ocean towards the moon again. But
You can't seem to get back on. You can climb out and get onto the boardwalk, but you can't like get up onto the water again.
okay. Then I guess I'll go up to the boardwalk and see Ramsey.
What did you learn?
I learned that someone else or you walked as far out there, or even further. I couldn't get far enough.
You came back though, right?
I did. What's out there?
I've looked a long time.
You can't find it either?
I've looked a very long time. And sometimes it feels like it's in reach. But I haven't given up hope.
Oh, come on.
I think maybe it's because it's not in here, it's out there.
And out there is scary?
promised I'd find her. And I know she's out there.
Who's she?
And I think
No!
we'll end the session there.
Sophia asks who's she, but then it goes back
Who's she?
to Ramsey, and she just goes, and then we smash cut to credits.
All right, and we never heard from Aragorn again because she had died on the
3,
ground.
2. Well, no, she can't post.
One.
She's dead on the ground, right?
Flails.
I
and
love
dies.
it. I love it. She sensed it way before I did, at
Yeah, me
least.
too,
And I felt
actually.
the same thing about when Ramsey showed up. Like, the first fucking word out of her mouth, I was like, oh god, I feel that echo of a character.
See, I assumed it was Beast of Silence. Full on
Yeah.
assumed.
Her
Ramsey,
here?
yeah.
Yeah.
Ramsey,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, but like the first second I heard her speak, I was like, oh my god, it's her, I'm sure. Sort of thing, whereas Aragorn's starting to react to this. I don't know. Anyway. Anyway.
It is worth discussion. And I guess we'll get to that. I realize that it's late, but it is time for Fancy Corner in just a moment.
Fancy.
So was that Ramsey that was in the dream?
Yeah.
Okay, then I missed that. I totally missed that, sorry.
Is
They were-
Ramsey like leaning on the boardwalk?
Okay, I missed
But
that
there was someone
section.
else beneath the water, right?
Yes.
And her hair
She's
had turned.
Looking for
White.
Yeah. Yeah. Then I don't know.
So
I
she's
must have
10K.
missed something.
Ramsey is 10K.
Okay. I thought
Or
it
not
was someone
10K.
else.
3 fates.
Yeah.
was like,
I thought it was someone else
Elizabeth.
then because
Sorry.
Elizabeth.
I'll have to rewatch the last.
So
section there.
make sure that you get your
I totally
place of the
thought you
game
meant
in.
someone else because they were talking.
That's a
all
good
slowly.
idea. What'd you learn? Let's start with Kate.
Apparently not anything that just happened. That we want to help our friends be as good as they can be, and if that means rebuilding your skag, then that's what it comes down to.
Yep.
You gotta help your friends
We should all
be the best
resurrect
they
our
can be.
skag.
Yeah.
Scott?
Yeah. Teenagers are hard to handle, I guess. No, that's mean. What I mean is like
It's accurate.
no, but I learned that it's hard to just be like, and we're friends now, you know. Relationships take time to build. There's your moral for today, folks.
Unless you build
Liz.
your skag.
Sophia is learning all the ways
But
that
still
you
takes
can
time.
use oneromancy to make your own and other people's lives better.
Yay.
She's learning how to use dreams to affect the waking world.
At the risk of sounding a little bit too much like a Valve game, now you're thinking with portals.
Ooh.
Yay!
So, I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you. You guys were discussing a certain dream.
I
But
clearly
I
missed
will-
the important part. Oh, them. Sorry.
But I will point out that you have a drink counter that you must
Okay. My
guess at.
theory-
That drink is up to 11.
My theory is social roles, specifically.
Oh.
Whenever you make a
Yeah,
social
because
role.
initially it was whenever John asked us. John was
roll?
asking us to roll, and then it wasn't when you and I rolled something that wasn't social.
When we rolled our wits alertness, it didn't
Yeah.
trigger.
Yeah.
So he was triggering it every time there was a roll. So I thought it was just rolls. But then as soon as we stopped rolling social,
that weren't his. Yeah.
yeah.
Could it not be when John asks a single player to make a roll?
Cheeky seed dropping knowledge bombs
Boom.
all over the chat.
It's worth the-
Teens require work and truth.
I don't think it triggered when I made my perception
They smell
check.
the bullshit a
No,
mile away.
and I don't
Okay.
think it triggered when I did something
Absolutely right.
perception-y on my
I'll say
own.
that
Okay.
playing
Or
that
something.
is
Yeah.
difficult for me because I can play somebody who is deliberately being bad, and I can play somebody who is trying their
yeah,
best
right.
to be good. But it's sometimes difficult for me because it's awkward to play somebody who is making a bad decision because they're just young or naive or stupid. Not necessarily all three. Not to say that all young people are naive or stupid,
Nope.
No.
That's the
but
human
they
condition,
can
man.
be.
Oh
The
yeah.
human
Am I right?
condition.
Your emotions are like you're still learning how your emotions swing, and you're following your emotions a
And
lot
you
more
think
than
you
your
know
logic.
everything.
So what's
Your
the guess?
prefrontal cortex hasn't finished developing. You follow your feelings, not your brains.
It's true.
Not your fault.
Which is actually pretty cool. Neurologically
Yeah.
speaking. It's
Yeah.
the guess then. Do you guys want to throw down on that?
Social
I
role?
think it's social
Yeah.
role. Yeah, you agree?
Player social role.
John asking players
Uh,
to make social roles.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
our players making social roles.
Small adults are so untainted by experience.
Yay! We did it.
Good,
I
because that was my guess.
I was wrong.
No.
Yay, guys!
So that's one extra XP for all of you. We'll see if we can get the plays of the game thrown in here. But while doing that, you want to continue your discussion on that dream?
Yeah, I mean, I also now need to watch that last one
It's,
back.
it's
'cause I-
three fates crossing oceans looking for 10K. She's been looking for her.
That's what I got at the end. I just missed the fact that it was Ramsey because I think I got distracted by the heart
yeah.
attack and so then sort of reacting and thinking
Lemonade,
about
we
other
love you,
things.
but like,
Yeah.
my God, it's way louder here, and it's scary AF, man.
Well, no, it's that I was like being lulled into the music and I was like thinking about, I don't know, Skag and like Cog and stuff because I'm not being a good player and paying attention to my friends.
It's okay.
No, we're with you.
Yeah. So that's really cool and I want to rewatch it and see what the heck is up.
Yeah, well, it took me a little while to figure. It's funny because when John mentioned that her like silhouette had kind of changed color, I was like, oh, cool, just like Three Fates. But it did not occur to me that that was exactly what I was supposed to think. I was like, doop, 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 doop,
Oh.
doop.
Yeah.
And
And
then
I'm
it
curious-
was full on spelled out for me.
I'm curious how Aragorn and perhaps Fenris caught on at that point as well.
Yeah.
But it is while we're waiting
I
for
know
that answer, I will say that your play of the game votes start now. Braum faces the consequences of giving up responsibility.
Oof. Oh.
Sophia becomes the woman of Ramsia's dreams, and straight up, Mama Patches.
Mama
Nice.
Patches.
It also says poll closed.
Why did it
Oh,
close the poll?
Oh.
Hold on.
Oh, you can no longer vote on anything.
Do you accidentally set
we
the
go.
duration to like 3 seconds instead of 3 minutes or whatever you
Again,
do?
Vote
again,
again.
again.
Wait, go.
Vote again. Crosshair and Methodial. Don't know why that happened.
All
You've been
right.
theory crafting like crazy. Well, that's good to hear.
I like Sophia becomes the woman of blank's dreams has been up for
I know.
nomination like 3 or 4 times now, and I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. guys.
Thematic.
Quick vote before it goes.
Oh no, he has to wait. Crosshair has to wait 30 seconds. Okay, so
You'll
we'll
get
give them
there.
a moment.
Yeah, I'll get there.
You're casting.
Yeah.
Crafting. Potential.
Yeah,
I dig
Yeah.
these craftings.
Yeah. Oh fuck.
Because
I
I
don't
was
know,
I
like-
was convinced she was Speaks of Silence.
Yeah.
I'm-
Well, that was obvious. Too obvious.
It's true.
But, like,
I
I-
should have known. Whatever's obvious in a John game, it's the exact opposite.
That's not
Or
necessarily
sideways,
Bang.
diagonal.
yeah, it's
Dagger.
true.
Or like
Lateral.
Close your eyes,
Logic.
spin around a bit, and point at something different, and then
just
go
point
backwards
at
3
something,
paces.
so it
Well, I
might
just-
still be the original thing.
I'm just
You're
also
right.
not like convinced that there's a 1-for-1 relationship between these two universes, right? Like, I mean,
okay.
ideally, not ideally, but like in the world of Exalted, soul like celestial Exalted have souls that reincarnate, right? If they're not captured in the Jade Prison, but do
Well
they
done,
reincarnate
River
into
Solar exalted or the same
Kithane's-
type.
Kithane
Yeah.
souls?
Could
and
they
like,
be
same
fae,
people? Exactly, right? Like
in that world.
yeah, exactly. Or are they,
Mm-hmm.
vampires?
Yep.
They wouldn't be mortals, I guess, because then they don't
Yeah,
live
Crosshair,
forever.
that was super
Maybe.
effective.
I'm just saying.
You
Yeah.
just willed chaos into the die, and it.
Crosshair,
and it
you can try
rolled a
voting
one.
again, I think, at this point.
It worked. He did.
Oh, okay,
Cool.
great.
Thank you for noticing that.
Well, then let's just see, because somebody's won,
I think it's.
but it is
A tie.
a tie between Braum
Whoa! I
And
didn't expect to be on a
Mama
tie.
Patches.
All right.
and
We just get one
Mama
point.
Patches.
All right.
You each get 0.5.
What?
I can't do
It's
anything with this.
useless.
I can't
Damn.
do anything with it.
Save it for next time. You get a half.
Exactly.
Half.
Yay! Hooray, everybody.
Hurrah.
Mama Patches. I like it.
Thank you.
Yay. Thank you, chat.
I vote Mama P. Well, Cheeky C, your vote does count for a lot. In fact, it counts a whole 1.
Yep.
No, it's not. Whatever, it's backwards and small.
Aragorn says, I thought that she was Speaks of Sounds too, but I had originally considered that maybe it would be Three Fates because the original name Quiet could have referred to either silence
just
or the fact that
Slua.
Three Fates whispered.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Kate mentioned as well, like,
Quiet
Three
word.
Fates might have been a Slua as well.
Yeah.
Like, that
Well, that's
connection
the
is
thing. When I
pretty-
tuned back in and I heard quiet talking, I was like, a Slua?
Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Hello.
Taylor. Oh, hi, Taylor.
hey,
Yeah.
Taylor.
That too.
So you think that Ramsia and All Fate Saved are tied?
Are tied.
That's, like,
oh,
together.
yes, sorry.
That is- that
the
is-
two of them combined are exquisite tied.
So is there a 10K in the world?
I like to think so.
I think so.
If we
So,
could help Fates
I will
find
admit that part of the
10K
reason why I
reincarnated.
delayed you by one day is because if you want to talk
so
to
sweet.
Kay, I have to make arrangements for that.
Uh,
So
I just
C'est
kind of
bon.
thought we would go, "Ah!" scramble, scramble, scramble.
Yeah.
Uh,
No,
oh,
he
God,
has
what
to
the fuck?
help her prep as well, I would guess.
Quick, Liz, put on your Aragorn
well,
voice.
there will be some time for that.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, there will be time for that because
We're all away. Except for this guy
on Sunday.
on Sunday.
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit, I forgot.
And are you away on Saturday as well?
I totally forgot.
Cool. Yeah, I told them there wouldn't be a straight Saturday. But
So there will not be a Changeling next week.
No.
I will stream something, and it will probably be Changeling related. It will probably be related to this game. In fact, I'm going to say that now. There will be a stream. It will involve this game. It may just be a conversation between me and you, but it's just me. It's just me. Because folks have other interesting things to do. We have kicked off this marathon sprint in incredible fashion.
Tonight's been crazy.
oh my gosh, guys.
King Kong.
But
Still see some of it down the side here.
we're going to see what we can do. Erwin, don't worry about that. We'll work on it. So, thank you, first of all. Thank you so much. But look, as we move forward, we are going to find more and more ways to make this more and more appealing to you. Remember, your subscriptions and your bits, along with your donations, count, even though those aren't automatically updated on the counter. We have to do that ourselves. But we will make sure to keep you updated as to where we are. Look at how good these players look. Wouldn't you like it if they looked this good all the time? And we are working on that for you right now. There will be cosplay. There will be 6-hour-long World of Darkness.
wow.
We
games.
broke 600. Oh shit.
We did not break 600
Okay.
yet.
There will.
But
Space Out Lily is I will bring that
Predicting
up
the
one more
future.
time for you guys. Costumes unlock at 600, and then there is more to come.
Hey, Lemon Eater, stay tuned to our Twitters because there will be some, some of the crowd will be at Gen Con. I mean, there will not be a live game of Changeling the Streaming
Yeah.
this year.
Only 2 of the 4 will be at Gen Con.
But damn it, we
but
might have
you
one
never
year.
know.
Yeah,
One year.
unfortunately, my moving back from my super secret location meant
So
that
secret.
I had too much stuff to organize, and we
I have
weren't able to
family
get
stuff to attend to.
weren't able to get to Gen Con stuff in time. So it's gonna wait. But
To attend.
I guarantee
For 1
you
year we'll do a
that Gen Con hasn't seen the last of me, and we gotta bring Kate at some point. I mean, it's like dork mecca, right?
I know.
I'm
I
a
would be
dork.
with my people.
My people.
So yeah, that means what streams are canceled this week?
Like basically all of them?
You're still streaming.
Oh wait, no,
tomorrow.
actually, yeah, basically none of them.
Julian might cancel because
Sure.
we have an early start on Wednesday.
Maybe.
Yeah. So I will point out that on Wednesday I will not be streaming. I will stream on Sunday. I will make sure that stream is awesome for you. It's going to be an RPG clinic. It will be tied to Changeling the Streaming. You guys come up with all your theory crafting and ask me. We'll see what we can do. I'll make it worth your while. But there will be no stream from me on Wednesday. And
Nothing from me on Thursday, though. Stay tuned to my Twitter. There's an announcement about August coming up.
Oh,
That's true.
exciting.
Although there might be something on Friday. We'll see.
There were talks of a couple of Steel Stream options, so possibly Crosshair, possibly No Heejin, possibly somebody else.
So stay tuned to Twitter.
And no Story
basically.
Saturday either. There will be a Steel Stream in there.
Here's the place to
instead.
be, man.
If
Yeah.
we have discovered that the wiki has been changed, as was foretold by prophecy, then that's going to make us deliriously happy. If you guys can, go on there, rpgclinic.com. There's a wiki. Look, we'll open up a theory crafting page for you if you bother us enough about it. Maybe not.
Also,
in the
there's
next week.
forums to
There are
theory craft
forums
in,
that
There
are
are
full
forums
of
that
theory
you
which
can
we
do it.
don't have to open for you,
Yep.
so you don't have to wait for us.
Although usually I do.
So head there. We said that there was going to be writings from people if enough NPC pages had been filled out. I'm going to say that I'm going to sweeten the deal on this one. The writings were promised by the players. If I get 5 individual contributors to the wiki, that means 5 of you, then I will contribute something. And I promise that all of these writings will be canon.
Ooh.
And what I contribute, it'll be special. I've
Oh.
had this in mind for a little bit.
Oh boy.
Thanks again so much to everybody who donated. That's
Oh my God,
incredibly
huge.
generous of you and incredibly awesome for our wanting to get things up here.
Friggin' insane.
We've had Elenarian, Lemon Eater, Adamantium Art followed, Juby Meg, Pukajutsu, Kaiser Omnic, Aragorn, Rocky. There's just been so much. We appreciate it. It's going to help make this better.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks again to Aragorn and Captain Daff. And to all of you. And to all of you.
And,
And to you.
Up and to the right, folks. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Don't break into someone's house.
Kung Fu Fenris, your writing does count. It does count. Trust me.
It's illegal. Mama Patches will whoop your